Welcome back to Man Now Sports. As you can see from the thumbnail, we got some of the GOAT debate topics to get into, man. Kenny Anderson and Mark Jackson, was on Mark Jackson's podcast. Of course, with his son. He does their podcast with his son. So Kenny Anderson was there as a guest. And, they talked about a lot of things, man. But I thought it was interesting, how they brought up that discussion about LeBron James, Michael Jordan, and Kobe Bryant names came up as well. So we're going to get into that, but we got a full rundown, full show, man. We're live. Live call-ins will be accepted and all that stuff, man. So hit that thumbnail. I'm sorry, not the thumbnail. Hit the thumbs up button as you come in. Hit the like button. Hit that share button as well. This is the show that I was trying to get on air yesterday, but I got super busy. And then, of course, tomorrow, is my normal record day. So we're doing this a little early, a day early. So we in the house, man. What's going on? I see everybody in here. Yeah. We in here. Hit that share button, hit the like button as well. Y'all been cheating me on the likes a little bit. There'd be decent views on there, but then the likes don't be up, man. Y'all forget to hit the like button, and that's what YouTube needs to for the algorithm to know that y'all actually are engaging and liking the video. So every comment, every like, every view, all of that stuff helps the YouTube algorithm know that the video is good enough to go and show to more people. So the more you hit that like button, the more people are finding this channel. But if we're not hitting the like button like we should, this channel stay hidden and it won't grow. We need it to grow exponentially, man. Hopefully we can get up to 50K subs this year, and then from there we can just continue to do more things, man. So help me out with that. And this episode is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is the best place to play fantasy sports. I want to tell you about the easiest way to get in on some NBA action with Underdog Fantasy and their pick'em game. Just find your favorite player, or any player for that matter, pick higher or lower on that player's stats, and you can win up to 20 times your money in one night. Pick between 2 or 5 players to fill your pick'em entry. Get every pick right, and you can net yourself some serious cash. Use the promo code Man Down Sports, and you can get your deposit doubled up to $100. You got to check on the map to make sure your state is eligible to play Underdog Fantasy. But as soon as you do, and if your state is, go ahead and download Underdog Fantasy's app. Use the promo code Man Down Sports, and you can, like I said, you can get that $100 match on your first deposit. And I would want to thank Underdog Fantasy for sponsoring Man Down Sports. Yeah, and we live, and I see you, Mikey Brass, in there, man. How many more moderators I got in here? I see Mikey Brass. I don't see no more moderators. LS, I'm calling you LS, big dog, because I still refuse to say your name, but I read your comments from now on. I think that's fair. You know what I'm saying? I can call you LS, and I read your comments. Before it was just me. Now I'm not willing to go read your comments until you change your name, but I think I can. I think I can do that. I can say LS, man. But yeah, we live, man. So everybody get that opportunity to call in. This topic is gonna be good. Every topic is gonna be good, to be honest with you. This y'all gonna want to stick around for this whole show, man. And I'm gonna try not to make it too long, but I do gotta kind of slow cook some of this stuff, right? So let's get into this Michael Jordan thing. This is Mark Jackson. This is Kenny Anderson. And this is a topic that I feel like I'm beating a dead horse sometime, but everybody keep coming with different perspectives on it, and it kind of make you want to re-engage in the conversation, but the conversation should be dead. Like I don't think it's a legit debate. I don't think it's ever been. I think at some point when we realized LeBron James was a generational talent and that he could dominate the NBA, I think it becomes a discussion, just like it was with Kobe. Like every time we see a player that got the potential to get as good as Michael Jordan, then we put them on GOAT watch. Like, okay, let's keep our eye on this kid and let's see what he can do with it, right? And so every year we're evaluating you, and and we're seeing how much of the game you pick up and how much you get better at and how much you perfect, and then we're measuring you against the guy who is the current best we have ever seen, which is Michael Jordan. So we're measuring you, and we're seeing the minimal amount of holes or weaknesses he had in his game. And I guess some people would think unfairly judging everyone that comes after him based on his standard. Right. So if you have something that is close to perfection, as a basketball player, it's only right that everyone's going to get compared to that. And that's what's going on. And I think people that want this argument or this debate to be a real thing, they take offense or they take issue with the fact that we're using such a high standard or such a high bar that really can't be reached, right? I mean, because as soon as you go to the finals and lose, you're already behind on it. Like you got to do so much more, because we seen a dude to go to the finals 6 times and didn't lose. So when we see someone go to the final and lose, it's like, shoot, well, that debate's over, right? So that I think most people that have an argument for LeBron would wish we wouldn't talk about such a high bar. Like let's not talk about the 6-0 in the finals. Nobody's ever gonna reach that. Right? Let's not talk about that. And so I don't know. I'll play what he said and I'll come back with my commentary.
Now we have a debate.
Yeah.
New school, old school.
Yeah.
Who is the GOAT basketball player in your opinion?
Michael Jordan. Period.
I don't need to laugh at y'all.
I get it. Everybody says LeBron James and Kobe Bryant. The young gonna say my son, LeBron James, because they know he hasn't seen Michael Jordan.
I've seen Mike. I haven't seen as much Mike as y'all.
Yeah.
Whatever meeting y'all came together and had as y'all generation to say Michael Jordan just never had a mistake made on the basketball court is unbelievable to me. It's closer than what y'all making it seem between LeBron and Michael Jordan. It's closer. It's not.
I say it's not because of the competition level. And I'm not, LeBron is one of the best ever to play the game, but when you run around different teams, play with this guy, play with that guy, Mike never did that. Never did that. He stayed and got Pippen, but other than that, it was just they were good players, but LeBron James, Kobe stayed 20 years with the Lakers. LeBron he's always running around playing with Wade, Chris Bosh, they won, and
Kyrie,
Kevin Love.
Can we just time out real quick? Can we not act like Kobe didn't try to make a dream team in Los Angeles? Just because he didn't leave, he tried to make a dream team also. It just didn't work out as smooth.
What's the key word? What'd you say, try?
No, he was successful one time when Pau Gasol was there. You forgot.
Gasol was a good star player, but who else? Who else he had?
Bynum was a great player when they won the championship.
Player, yes.
When they won the championship.
A great piece.
When they won the championship, they stacked that team, and Kobe tried to do it twice. See, y'all making me
Bynum
I love Kobe.
Gasol.
We got to keep it real.
Yeah.
He went and tried to get Karl Malone, Gary Payton, Dwight Howard, Steve Nash. So we making a narrative about LeBron that I'm spitting right now, y'all. We making a narrative about LeBron that y'all not matching the same energy when it comes to Kobe Bryant.
Here's the problem. It's one answer when you say, who is the GOAT basketball player? It's up.
Yeah.
You just answer with that whatever way you want. He gave his answer. He's not disrespecting LeBron or anybody else.
Now, I'm going to say, let's look at the record. He got 6 titles, right? Jordan,
Yeah.
6.
He's 6-0.
6-0. He never lost.
That's true.
Like, he never lost.
He lost in the first round. He lost it and didn't make it to the playoffs. There was other times
When he was playing
lost.
baseball, he came back.
He lost other times. Are we just going to erase every loss with an asterisk?
No, because Boston was beating him down.
Yeah.
With 4 Hall of Famers in the lineup.
LeBron lost to KD, Steph, and Clay, and we don't put no asterisk next to it. We just say he lost. So what are we doing? I'm spitting, y'all. Give me my props. Why nobody laughing no more? Yeah, let's laugh it up. LeBron, baby.
So he felt like he got a nice little body blow in there. He got a good shot in at the end when he said, Mike, because of course, yeah. When we talk about 6-0 in the finals, we're talking about that is such a great feat and a very high bar for you to try to reach, and it's hard to reach that, right? So yeah, brag on that, right? So, but when people say that, the detractors would say Michael Jordan played more than 6 years. You got to count the other stuff too. Okay, cool. You're right. So we do have to count the other 9 years he played, what happened in those 9 years? Yeah, first round exits to Boston, Milwaukee, Eastern Conference Finals exits to Detroit, things of that nature, coming back out of baseball, losing second round to Orlando. So all of those things did happen. But this is how I look at it, right? And the reason why people put more of an emphasis on your finals record than we do all the other years, right? It's because when you build a team, when you build a championship team, you know what you got. You got a championship team. There's a lot of ingredients that you need to have a championship team. Number one, you need that star player, right? Whether he's a superstar or just an all-star, you need that guy, right? So if it's a superstar like Olajuwon or Michael Jordan or Shaq, you need that guy. But if it's an all-star like Reggie Miller or all-star like Latrell Sprewell and Allen Houston, you just need one of those guys. Whether you're going to build around an all-star, build around a superstar. There's not a lot of superstars to go around, right? So you need that guy. That guy also needs a legitimate co-star. That co-star can be another all-star like Scottie Pippen. It can be another superstar like Penny Hardaway, or it can just be a really good fringe all-star like Rich Smith, right? So you need that guy. You need the star, the co-star. You need that. And you need a good team built around those two guys, right? And then you need some time because you have to have chemistry. You have to build an identity on how you're going to play, what you're going to play. And in most cases, if you're trying to make a championship run, you're probably going to have a great coach or at least above competent. You just can't have an average coach or a competent coach. You need something above that. Great, good, whatever the case may be, right? So those are the things you need. And when you get those things, now I want to see what are you going to do with it? Now you have all the basics that you need. You have a star, you have a co-star, you have a good coach, and you have a team built around you, and you've had enough time to build an identity and chemistry. It takes time to get up to that. So am I going to punish a guy that made the playoffs while he was in the process of trying to build a team, trying to build his co-star? Because everybody can't just go and hand pick a co-star in free agency that's already an established all-star or established superstar. That's what LeBron did. That's why Kenny Anderson is talking about this team hopping, because you skip that process that you have to do. You skip that process of you coming in, building chemistry with a team, having time with a team, and getting a co-star that just came out of college and building him up to be your co-star, to be an all-star level co-star, right? That's what Jordan did. That's the long route, and that's the best route to take. But that microwave route where I'm saying, I don't have to wait for a college kid and build him up. I can skip 2 or 3 years by going to go get another superstar like D Wade, or me saying Kyrie Irving is already a star, all-star. I just go jump on that team, or me saying I just go to LA and go get Anthony Davis and bring him over. Like, when you can handpick your superstars, it's different from the grind of give me this guy out of college and we go grind and we're going to get better and then we're going to get to the top of the mountain. That's totally different, right? So while you're in the process of building, if you make the playoffs, cool. You get put out by the team that end up winning the freaking championship. Like in the case of Boston Celtics, when they beat the Bulls, the Celtics won the championship that year. When Detroit beat the Bulls, Detroit won the championship that year, right? One year they lost to Milwaukee. Milwaukee was the number one seed, but they didn't win the championship that year. But that was a very great team, right? So you're losing to the number one seed or great teams or something like that, but you're building. You just got your co-star. You don't even have your coach yet. Y'all don't have an identity yet. Y'all still figuring it out. So me taxing him for that is something different. But when you build a team and that team is good enough to get to the finals, that's when that finals record really becomes very crucial, because now you had the basics that you needed. You had that star. You had a good coach. You had a co-star. You had a team built around you with an identity, and you got to the finals with that. For you to lose in a sweep fashion by the largest margin of victory points-wise in history, I think he got some of the most lopsided finals against the Warriors and against San Antonio. And I'm talking about LeBron. For you to lose in that fashion in the finals when your team was good enough to get to the finals means a lot. right? It means more than someone getting put out in the first round when their team was building. Because when LeBron's team was building, he wasn't even making the playoffs. Like the Cavs didn't make the playoffs when they was building. Once they got everything built and established, they got to the finals, got swept. Right. So that matters. That's why that finals record is has more of an emphasis on it than anything else, because that's when we know that your team was ready. But when you got to the final stage, your superstar wasn't ready. Right. It's a difference. It's a difference for Michael Jordan as a superstar was ready in those playoff games that he lost. He was ready. His team wasn't ready. It's the opposite for LeBron. When LeBron got to the finals, his team was ready. He wasn't. Even when he got to Miami and had a super team, they got to the finals. His team was ready. D Wade and Bosh was ready. LeBron wasn't. It's a totally different thing. It's a totally different thing when your team's not ready, but your superstar is, versus when your superstar is not ready, but your team is. Totally different. So that's my thoughts on that.
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I think that Jordan and Bron are interchangeable to me.
No, they're not.
God.
They're not.
Now, if anybody, you say Kobe might be closest thing to MJ.
You're preaching.
You know the funniest thing?
Figure it out.
I got to tell y'all something funny, because I was on the phone with my mom, and I was on the phone with her. I was like, she was like, why they coming at you in the comments? Because I had a conversation about LeBron and Jordan. So I'm like, I don't think Jordan is the best player of all time. So she's like, and she don't even watch basketball like that. So I'm like, hold up, why you laughing like that? She's like, who you saying is the best, Kobe? I was like, nah, LeBron. And she started dying laughing on the phone.
Even his mom knows.
So I can't lie. Y'all must know something that I don't know. I must be missing something. But I think my GOAT is LeBron. I gotta stamp it like that.
I mean, in respect, he's had an incredible run, and it seems like it still has plenty left in the tank. So there's no disrespect to him. You just got to pick who you believe is the GOAT.
Yeah. Could Michael Jordan go left?
When I got him, he went left. Right. That's what we. Come on, I used to get mad after two when he switched off. Where the devil at? Come on, where the devil at? That man could do it all, man. That man could do it all. He could do it all.
All right.
I told you, I said no weakness.
No weakness.
You might have called early on.
And a lot of people who say, "Oh, he didn't pass the ball." He's a scorer. He's a two scorer.
Scorer.
Period.
He was a scorer.
That's and when he did get tripped, he found Jim Paxson won the game.
Found
that's not true.
Mm-hmm. Found B.J. Armstrong.
And that probably was like 2 assists. That was all he needed.
That's all he needed. Just give me some breathing room.
Yep, that's it.
I feel you.
So it's the end of the discussion.
See, I hate that discrepancy when people forget what really happened on that John Paxson 3-point they hit against Phoenix. Right. Michael Jordan got the ball. They had to go to full court after the timeout, right? So they had the full court to go. Michael Jordan got the ball and was getting pressured. And I think right around the time, right before he got to half court, a double came. And when the double came, he gave the ball up to Scotty. And then Scotty made a move. And I think he gave the ball up to maybe Horace. And then Horace found Paxson in the corner. I could be wrong. I don't know if it happened like that, but I know they took the ball out of MJ's hand. He made a pass. At some point, Pippen got the ball. Either Pippen or Horace made the pass to Paxson. Right. So I hate when people be like, Jordan make that pass to Paxson. Oh, that's what it was, Greg Anderson. It was Pippen to Grant, then to Paxson. Yes. So they doubled Jordan, got the ball out of his hand in the backcourt. Pippen got it around half court, took a couple of dribbles, and another double came to get the ball out of his hand. He hit Horace right around the free throw line, and Horace just found Paxson over there in the corner. And that's how that happened. I hate when they say Jordan made that pass to Paxson, man. But Jordan did make that pass to Steve Kerr. Yeah, he did that. And then Jordan, when he came back and he had that double nickel game against the Knicks, wearing number 45, and they had the game winner right there, and he was about to take that game winner mid-range. It was two guys with outstretched hands, and he made that pass to Luke Longley or Bill Winnington, one of them, and he dunked it. That was big, So it's times when Michael Jordan get that ball up, and we over exaggerate the fact that he shot the ball a lot and didn't pass that much, because the dude averaged almost 6 assists for his career. He was passing the ball, and same with Kobe, man. He averaged about 6 assists for his career, and I think out of all the shooting guards, Kobe might be number 1 or number 2 in assists for shooting guards all time. Jordan might be number 1 and number 2 in blocks for shooting guard all time. Right. So those are stats that we kind of forget, and we just chalk it up and just think that Michael Jordan and Kobe was just scorers and that's it. But it was way more to their game. So I did want to say that. I hate when they say he made that pass to Paxson, but him saying that it was kind of close, and Kenny Anderson and Mark Jackson laughing, and was like, no, man, it's not close. It's more close with Kobe and Mike. It's not close with Mike and LeBron when you start evaluating the player, right? He said Mike didn't have any weaknesses. Mike didn't have no weaknesses. Like, seriously, like, there was nothing we can exploit. We couldn't come in the film room and say, okay, this is what we're doing to Mike tonight. Like, let's send him to the left, and he becomes ineffective when you do that. Or let's send a double team at him. He becomes ineffective when you do that. Or let's put him on the foul line. He can't hit those. Or let's back off of him 6 feet and make him take threes. And you can't do it. Let's like, you couldn't do all of that stuff, right? Because he had so much to his game. He could just look at who's defending him and say, okay, I'm gonna use that on him. Oh, he's smaller, I'm going in the post, and he's an A+ scorer in the post. Oh, he's bigger. Oh, give me space. I take him in space. Oh, he's as athletic as I am and can stick with me and all that stuff. All right, well, I'll play off the ball and I'll run off a couple of screens and catch and shoot. You get what I'm saying? Oh, you want to be physical? Oh, you send me to the line, I'm knocking that down. You want to back off of me? I'm knocking that down. Like, it was really nothing you could do. But when you look at game plans for LeBron, it's don't double, because one of his superpowers is how well he passed. So what do you do when someone's superpower is passing and their mentality is passing? Well, you take that away from them. Now what you gonna do? Now I'm forcing you to be a scorer, and that kind of that's actually you playing left-handed, what I like to call it, right? As far as shooting, he needs a screen up top to initiate his offense. Without that screen up top, his offense don't really get initiated. I need that screen. Same thing with Luka. You'll never see him start a play without that screen up top. I need that screen to initiate everything from my offense, right? So what do we do? All right, man, we'll back up under you. That's what they was doing with LeBron. Hey, we're back under that screen, let you take that jump shot, let you take that three-point shot. He's hitting the three-point shot now a little bit better, a lot better now, especially this year. He was shooting pretty good at stretches last year, but this year he shot the three-point shot phenomenally. But this year, 21. You get what I'm saying? Like, we're still evaluating you, but at the same time, the player that you really are, we've already seen it. The verdict's out. Like, we're not continuing to watch and then say, oh, shoot, let's add this. Nah, the resume's done. You trying to stay there, keep adding and keep adding and keep adding it. We already made our conclusion. You're not better than Jordan. You're not better than Kobe. We finalized that conclusion, right? So the fact that the holes in his game exist, the fact that he has way more holes than Kobe and Mike. Mike barely had any holes in his game, right? You can nitpick and say one thing was, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was a hole, because I think holes and discrepancies are something that you can exploit, and it's a detriment to his team. I don't think he had things that you could exploit. Those are weaknesses to me. If I could exploit it and make it hurt your squad, then that's a weakness. But if I just don't do it, that don't mean it's a weakness. If I don't shoot tons of threes, I'm not going to say that's a weakness, right? So, but other than that, I don't know what it. He might be the most complete basketball player we've ever seen on both ends of the floor, and that's why people keep saying this thing's not close. And for Kenny Anderson to say, man, the team hopping. It does it for him. Mark Jackson said it's it's the weakness in his game, the fact that Jordan didn't have it. And Kenny Anderson said, the team hopping, right? People don't respect it, and it's an easier path. It's a shortcut, right? Because the natural progression of a superstar is to get to a franchise, go through the process of building a team around you, find your co-star, find your coach, find your identity. And then it takes a little while for you to build up so y'all can get to the mountaintop. And you got to when you get to the mountaintop, you got to take some teams down on the way up. And when you get to the top of the mountain, you got to take down the team that was at the top of the mountain. Right. So, and that was Detroit for the Bulls. And they went through that. These are the dudes that kept knocking them down every time they got to the top, kept knocking them down. And they really figured it out. And then they became the king of the hill on the top of the mountain. And no one can knock them down unless Jordan was retired or coming out of retirement. Once he got to the mountaintop, nobody could knock him down. He retired at the top of that mountain. He took himself off, right? Versus I'm not going to go through that grind. I'm going to try to go through that grind, but I'm going to get swept in the finals, and I'm going to realize I can't even get back to the finals because I'm going to lose to Boston, and I'm going to lose to Dwight Howard in Orlando. And then after that, I'm going to make my decision because I keep seeing Kobe racking up these rings, and I'm going to go ahead and team up with Bosh and Wade. And then we go try to get it done that way, right? That's not a respectable way. How Jordan did it was very respected. How Olajuwon did it, how Dirk did it, how I ain't gonna say KG, because he did a super team too, but it was more respect. His super team was a little more respected because he tried to do it the old-fashioned way as long as he could. And then when he was at the end of his prime, he said, hey, look, let's team up and let's get it done. But LeBron and Wade and Bosh was at the beginning of their prime, and they quit on the old fashioned way. You get what I'm saying? Like, how you quit that fast? You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like when you're teaching your son how to do something, and he quit the first time he fell at it. Right now, you don't quit that easy. Keep trying, because I promise you, if you figure it out by doing it this way, it's going to be more satisfying to you than it would be if you quit and then figure out some easy way out. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Or you can't do this math problem and you can't figure it out and you quit and you go to chat GPT or something like that. So I feel like that's equivalent to what Brian did. So I'm gonna open the phone lines up, man, see what y'all think about this, man, because I know a lot of people said they wanted to call in and cook me on this conversation. So now's your chance to call in and let me know where I was wrong at. Let me know where I was right at. And then I'm gonna get some of these comments while I'm here. I watched game 1 of 91. Jordan went off. His passing was good too. That game defense was trash, but I'm gonna let it slide. I'll let it slide. Yeah, phone lines are open, man. Let me move this comment so y'all can see the number 336-456-6453. Y'all call in. Let me see what y'all think. If not, I just move to caller from New York. How you doing?
Hey, what's up now? How are you?
I'm good. Hold on. Let me turn you up a little bit. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me all right. Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Yeah, great topic. Glad you chose to do it. I would say I'll start off with LeBron James fans. I don't know if it's the media's fault, LeBron's fault, but they're the worst fan base in sports history. They're very delusional.
Mm-hmm.
People used to say it's the Dallas Cowboy fans, but they're more optimistic.
Cowboy fans are up there, but there's a new fan base that's catching up really quick.
Oh, Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
Yeah, but I don't follow the WNBA much, so I don't really know about that. But as far as LeBron James fan, it's like they'll take any little thing, such as Michael Jordan said, I couldn't win without Pippen. Right, that's him showing homage and loyalty to his teammate.
Correct. They
take it literal, and they'll run with it. So my question is, what happened in '98 when Pippen had the backache? Right, he scored 2 20-point games, a 10-point game, an 8-point game, and I think a 6-point. So that was Jordan carrying the load by himself, right?
Yeah.
But I want to accept that or acknowledge that. I had some other points, but I should have written them down. I can't remember. But yeah, it's getting really bad. They'll go through anything to discredit, and to me, it works against the sport. You know, it's getting sickening. And I saw something about Kendrick Perkins spilling the beans. I didn't get to watch it yet, but apparently he's going off and exposing private conversations or something. I'm not quite sure. But
it's the next topic. Stick around.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
Yeah, it's the next topic. We'll go over that too.
All right.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Thanks for the call, brother.
I'm not going to hold you up.
Oh no, it's all good. I appreciate the call, man. All right. Thanks. Yeah, that fan base is but we all know that, man. We know that fan base for LeBron is very special. That's the best way I could put it. They're very special fan base. And he was right, very delusional as well. Cowboys fans are up there. Caitlyn fans are up there. Beyonce fans are up there. Trump fans are up there. It's a very radical, extreme following that those people got, man. And it's, oh man, it's pretty bad. We'll talk about Caitlyn later as well. Let's get one more phone call. It was another call that came in. I sent you the voicemail. You can call back really quick before somebody else do. Let me see. Speaking straight facts. Yeah. Caller from Georgia. There we go. Caller from Georgia. How you doing?
All right. I want to call and add in. I agree with everything you're saying, but a lot of people don't take into effect that LeBron James and Kobe Bryant came straight from high school. They had an advantage. They had an advantage on Michael Jordan because they came straight out of high school.
Okay, tell me about that advantage.
All of their numbers are inflated because they got longevity on their side.
Oh, you talking about their totals? Their totals.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you on that. I mean, you can say that, but I mean, but it's so many reasons why.
It's kind of hard to argue if your numbers are gonna be inflated because you played the game longer than I did.
Yeah, that's true. But we know that. I mean, LeBron played 21 years. Mike played 15. So I mean that's 6 years, bro. You know what I mean? So that's a lot of time. So I mean, we wouldn't take that argument serious. Nobody has ever taken the all-time totals that serious, right?
But that's the biggest argument. That's the biggest argument LeBron fans make.
Yeah, because that's the only one they got that you know that they can really use.
Yeah.
What other argument they got?
They also say LeBron James the only player to beat a super team.
I think Dirk Nowitzki beat the super team when he beat LeBron in Miami.
Yeah, I agree, but they saying that Michael didn't beat a super team. That's one of their favorite arguments as well.
Did any exist? It depends on what your definition of a super team is. Did any super teams exist for him to beat?
I don't know. I would think it would be Phoenix.
With Charles Barkley? Which Phoenix team?
They won like 60-something games, right?
Yeah, but how many games you win that year don't make you a super team or not?
No, yeah, but I can't judge them by LeBron. I can't judge them by another group of players. Everybody they judge Barkley's team off of these Carmelo Anthony's and these guys weren't even playing in the league at the time. You can only judge them by the guys they were playing by. You know what I'm saying? You know,
yeah.
That Phoenix team and that Portland team was a pretty good team. But if you're gonna compare them to Kevin Durant,
I think it's interesting when people use super team in a GOAT debate because you can just throw that name out there, but I need to know what the person think a super team is. Like I have my own definition of what a super team is. When I'm talking to someone about this conversation, I would love to know what their definition is. But I ask you, what do you think the definition of a super team is?
when you have multiple players that's like number one option. If you could be a number one option on any other team.
So a super team has how many? Hold on, say that again.
Like if you have a number one option, if you consider like Tim Duncan, David Robinson, like those guys would be considered like number one option in a franchise. So if you would have 2 or 3 of those guys on one team, I would think that would be considered like a super team.
Okay, now it sound like you've been watching my show, because that's that sound like my definition. So my definition is if you is a little bit more to it though, because you can have number one options, but they can be past their prime. Like when Karl Malone went to the Lakers,
but
he was past his prime. He was 40 years old.
You can be past your time, but
then if you pass your prime, you're not a number one option no more. Like LeBron's, he's past his prime, so he's not a number one option no more.
But do that devalue my contributions to the team?
It depends on what you're talking about.
It just depends on the player. It's a lot of guys that play past their prime.
Yeah, but being past your prime,
can you be effective?
Being past your prime, it stops you from being a superstar. You have to be in your prime to be a superstar. You can't be past, because when you pass your prime, you either pass your prime physically, or and 9 times out of 10 is physically. So if you're a great player and you can still put up numbers, but you're past your prime like LeBron is, you can't do it for 4 straight quarters for 82 games. You gotta take breaks. You gotta take time off. That's gonna. I'm not gonna count you.
But you expect that from an older player though.
And that's why I don't count superstars past their prime on a super team. Like they don't contribute to creating a super team. If you're past your prime, you don't count. Now, if you have 3 superstars that's still in their prime, and they all are proven to be number one options, which Chris Bosh was a number one option on Toronto, Wade, of course, was a number one option in Miami, and LeBron was a number one option. If you get 3 of those guys in their prime, that's a super team, because there's only about 10 to 12 superstars in the entire league. If you got 3 of them, there's no other team that's going to be able to match that. If you got 3 of the prime superstars, you're probably the only team that got one of a squad like that. So you already have an advantage, and that makes you a super team because you had 3 superstars in their prime.
I agree, but chemistry. You just say Kevin Garnett was past. They were like past their prime. That shouldn't be considered a super team.
What shouldn't be considered a super team? The
Kevin Garnett and the Celtics.
Nah, they wasn't past that prime. That was right at the end of it. Right at the end of it. There was a super team until Kevin Garnett hurt his knee.
Okay, but how long was the run then? How long was that Boston run?
Kevin Garnett up until Kevin Garnett hurt his knee.
No, I'm saying how many years did he play for Boston? Is what I'm trying to say.
It seemed like he was there for 5 years. It was 2 years. The first year they won the championship against the Lakers. The second year, the second year, KG hurt his knee, and the Lakers won it. No. Yeah, the second year the Lakers beat Orlando in the championship, and in the third year KG came back from the knee injury. That's the year he was past his prime, and he wasn't because his knee injury took him out of his prime. He couldn't be KG like he was the first year they won it. He was dragging that leg. He was just a little bit different. The jump shot was still nice, but he was different, right? So
we pretty much agree on everything, but I just wanted to add the whole everybody tends to give Kobe Bryant and LeBron. They don't take into account that they came in as high schoolers.
Yeah. I mean, people with common sense would take that into account. But when you're talking to people that's that's off their rocker, man,
I catch on your Caitlin Clark. I got something to say about those Caitlin.
All right, sounds good. All right, bro.
Yep. A little later.
Yep. All right. I can take one more on that. I thought World Breaker was World Breaker, you were supposed to call and cook me. I want to hear your take, World Breaker. We only 1 full year of prime for Boston. Yeah. They struggled with injuries a lot after that. Yeah. Starting with Kevin Garnett. Yeah, but he was at the end of his prime, and he probably had 3 more years where he could have been old KG, but that knee injury just it destroyed everything, man. So yeah, they had 1 year. 1 year. World Breaker, you need to be up in here. Roland Curtis, you too. Roland Curtis ain't called back. If you say multiple number 1 superstars on the team is a super team, no, not multiple. I said 3. 3 superstars in their prime. And I said 3 for a reason, because if you got 2 superstars, all that is a dynamic duo. And you can have 2, 3, 4 teams with dynamic duos. Stockton Malone, 2 superstars in their prime, dynamic duo. Kobe Shaq, 2 superstars in their prime, dynamic duo. Jordan Pippen, 2 superstars in their prime, dynamic duo. Those are not super teams. What makes it a super team, because they, having a dynamic duo is normal. What's not normal is having 3 prime superstars. That's overkill, because quite naturally, if I got my superstar and he ain't on, then my co-star could be on. But when you got a superstar and he's not on, and then your co-star is not on, you got another third option that can be the same. That they all superstars. That's overkill. That's not easily done. It's not natural. You know, it's just totally different. Once you pass 2 superstars and get 3, and they're in their prime, and all 3 of them are number 1 franchise carrying superstars, proven number 1s, then you have a super team. Roland Curtis, what's up?
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I was going off the definition of the caller. He said,
okay,
multiple. He said number 1. If multiple number 1 superstars on the team, that's a super team. And I agree with you. No, if it's just 2, that's a dynamic duo. And if it's more than 2, then it's a super team. But I was just going off of what he said. So I don't know what people consider. I guess people have different definitions of what a super team is. Like I said, I agree with yours, 3 or more. But I actually wanted to call in for the Caitlin Clark, but because I can tell you misunderstood my super chat. I called in just to let you know that I was talking about the caller.
Okay, all right, cool. Yeah, we'll get to the Caitlin Clark. I try to be quick with it.
Okay, I'll call.
All right, brother.
Okay, I'll call back.
Yeah. That's a lie. Your definition is wrong. A super team is when you got 3 or more players that will start anywhere. That means it's 10 superstars in the league then, or 10 super teams. I mean, when you got how many 3 or more players that can start anywhere? So that means the Clippers are a super team because they got Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, James Harden. They can start anywhere. So so the Clippers is a super team. Like that stuff that don't even make sense. You got 3 guys that can start anywhere. All right, so that qualifies about 15 teams in the league. That really qualifies a lot of different teams. Every team with an all-star on it. And I mean, come on, man. That don't even make sense. Right? I mean, like at least give your definition some thought. And then what I like to call apply it across the board. Like everything that you build has to be tested. And if it doesn't withstand scrutiny when you test it, then it's no good. If I build a pipe and I need to run 100 PSI of water through that pipe, right? Before I go and put it in somebody's house, I have to test that pipe. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run 100 PSI through that pipe for a certain amount of time just to see if that pipe crack or breaks any type of way. And if it doesn't, I test it again and test it again. And if it withstands that, then okay, that's a good pipe. I can go sell that. So when you have these definitions, I want you to apply it across the board. And if it breaks down on the slightest amount of scrutiny, then that's not a good theory. And when you take 3 guys that can start anywhere, and then you apply it across the board and find out you got 15 teams, good and hell well, it's not 15 super teams in the league right now. It's about 15 teams that got 3 guys that can start anywhere. Caller from Texas, what's up?
chilling, man. This is long stroke. Hey, I got.
Hey, hold on, bro. Hold on, bro. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, dog.
What's up, man?
Man, your name is LS, sir. Don't come on, man.
Hey, I'm gonna respect the show, man. I respect the show.
I'm just with you. Hey, if you want to be long strokes, man, you good, man. I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Yo, man, was Phil Jackson like this legendary coach before he came to the Bulls? Just curious, man.
No, sir.
Okay, so after he left the Bulls, because of some bald head guy wearing number 23, he became something more valuable and gigantic, right?
You can say that, yeah.
Okay. And I got another question. What did Kukoc do after the Bulls? Did he go back to his country? Did he stay in the league? I mean, I'm unsure.
He went to Philly and got fat. You know, I guess they got good Italian restaurants out there. And I don't know. You know, he got pretty juicy out there in Philly, and then he just disappeared.
Okay, cool. I'm not trying to, I was having a little fun in the chat with one of these guys, and let me call in, man, because I'm not a very great historian for the league like that. But I was like, man, I feel like with Jordan, I'm not trying to ride Jordan like that, but, the type of person he was and willing to win and, his freaking nature and his ability, I mean, he made a lot of people, become more famous and get more money and become kind of like legendary in a way. And, that's all I have to say really about that, man. I mean, same with Kobe and other people, but, certain people got that it factor, man. And if you're a part of that circle, I feel like you get a certain type of notoriety, and whether it's Pippen, Phil Jackson, Jerry Krause, a lot of those guys, man, because of what Jordan brought to that league and all that, attention he got, and whether it was with Nike and, Duncan and, whether his, the little dunk he did with his legs open, just a lot of different things brought a lot of attention and some championships too, man. But yeah, that's all I have to say, man. I'm having a little fun in the chat, man. I want to have a little fun.
Oh yeah. Hey, yeah. Go ahead, have fun in the chat, man. There's a lot of people in the clowning, man. They clowning us right now because I just got finished saying we testing pipe, then you called in and said something about long strokes. So they clowning us right now in the comment section, man.
That's all cool. It's all cool. Hey, man, you got a great show. I hope DC Slip come back, man. I understand sometimes controversy and opinions can make people feel away. I'm pretty sure he'll come back, man. It's all good, DC Slim. I like to listen to the show. You always come through with great topics, and sometimes you go against the grain. I appreciate that, though, man. So it's all good, DC, man. Come back and vibe with the show, man. It's all good. It's all brotherhood, man.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you saying that, man. DC, he my dog, man. But he pissed off at me right now. I guess when I reevaluate everything, I guess I probably should have let him just get through his whole point. I think I'd do that better next time with every caller. I think after I say my piece, and then open the phone lines up, I probably should just shut up and just let people finish their point. I try to get better with that, but some people be saying some wild stuff though. So, but I appreciate you though, man. I appreciate you though. Let me know when you go change that name though.
I got you, man.
All right, big dog. Yep. All right, let's move to our next topic, man. So it's only right that we go from MJ to LeBron, and LeBron is not playing. His team got put out in the first round or whatever. But somehow he found a way to get in the news. Of course, he got his podcast, so he gonna be saying some things. And sometimes that's gonna get him in the news. But it's interesting because Kendrick Perkins is I guess he's severing ties with LeBron and Clutch Sports, man. Lately, everything or every topic they've been talking about dealing with LeBron, he's just been saying a lot of stuff that he usually wouldn't say, a lot of truth. And I mean, just the last week when he, they was making a comment about Kyrie Irving being the most skilled player in the NBA ever. And that became a topic on First Take and became a topic in the pregame before the game. They even asked Kyrie that before the finals started at the press conference. And he was like, man, that's the first question. It's weird that you asking me about LeBron all these years later. That's my first pregame press conference question. You know, I think that's weird. And Kendrick Perkins was annoyed by it, right? So when they had their show, I don't know if it was a halftime show or pregame, but Richard Jefferson was with him and stuff like that. And Kendrick Perkins was, you know, asked about it, and he didn't want to talk about it. He said, man, it's just another way for LeBron James to steal the spotlight. Like, nobody was talking about him. And you go on your podcast, which is supposed to be about X's and O's, and then you come out and start talking about freaking Kyrie Irving being the best, most skilled player to ever play, right? So he was annoyed by that. He was annoyed by all the conversations that was around Bronny James in the draft, because he was like, this is a player that's supposed to be going undrafted. Why are we talking about him? You know, why is teams even talking about taking him second round? He's projected to go undrafted. What are we doing? Right. And then he goes on, you know, with Stephen A. and start talking about how Rich Paul and Clutch Sports have been contacting him and approaching him about stuff that he's saying at work. Right. So let's play what Kendrick said, man. It's 2 sound bites, and then we get into the conversation.
Does 10 head coaches hurt LeBron's GOAT case?
Yes, it do. And Stephen A., let me ask you this. Can you tell the public what I did? Who did I text a couple of days ago in the group message out of the blue? It was you and who?
Me and Michael Wilbon. And
I texted him and I said,
it was me and
go
Michael.
ahead.
Yep. And you said, and you texted me and Michael Wilbon, and you said, you done convinced me. You damn near convinced me to change my mind on this GOAT argument after watching my 2 big bros say what you guys have said. That is what you said.
And Shannon, you can fix your body language, because I'm here for it right now. And here's the thing, right? When it comes down to LeBron, Michael Wilbon was 100% right. It has never been accountability when it comes down to Bron, when he have losing seasons or get eliminated. We could go all the way back to the Miami days when he got eliminated. He came on the mic and he talked about how he's going to go off and go off right into his vacation and live his wonderful life, and everybody else got to go back to living a miserable life. When I think about LeBron James and I think about this situation in particular, it looks bad on him with Darvin Ham. Number one, think about last year, where the Lakers were at the All-Star break. Rob Pelinka make a couple of trades. He bring in Rui Hachimura. He bring in D'Lo. Okay, cool. LeBron James was out majority of that second part of that season. Darvin Ham coached his behind off with Anthony Davis leading the way to get them into the play-in, into the postseason, and into the Western Conference Finals. Okay, coming to this season, LeBron James at the trade deadline was sending so many subliminals for Rob Pelinka to make a move, because he knew that the Lakers did not have enough. He knew that he wanted a DeJounte Murray to come over, but Rob Pelinka held on to Austin Reeves and D'Angelo Russell, because he knew that in the Western Conference, he needed guys on the perimeter that was going to defend. So Darvin Ham he got the most out of what he had. And when you think about this roster, everybody kept saying, well, he's playing D'Lo and he's playing Austin Reeves so many minutes together. Why? Because they need spacing. And that was his only options. At the end of the day, man, I hate to say it, but I believe this in my soul right now. I wish LeBron James will retire. Not because I don't want to see more of LeBron James, not because I don't appreciate LeBron James, but I honestly believe deep down inside, the more LeBron James continue to play the game of basketball, the more it's going to hurt his legacy, and the more it's going to continue to hurt his GOAT argument.
He said he wished that was last month, right? So this is around the time he's getting fed up with the draft talk. He's getting fed up with LeBron trying to get his name in the media with his podcast and, you know, things he's saying on the podcast. He's fed up with how much we're talking about LeBron, even though his team was out of the playoffs. He was fed up with getting approached by Clutch Sports. He was fed up with all of those things, right? And then the Kyrie thing was the straw that broke the camel's back. And then LeBron unfollowed him on social media. And lo and behold, that became a freaking topic on First Take. How do you do a segment on LeBron James unfollowing Perkins. I have no clue. I have no clue how ESPN producers sat down and was like, we have to talk about LeBron James unfollowing Perkins. And then they made it a segment, right? So they talked about it. I played for you what Perkins said, but just the fact that he's saying that he no longer thinks LeBron James is the GOAT after you sit down and think about everything and you think about all the maneuvering he's done and all the manipulation he's done. Like Perkins is breaking away from his programming. Somebody's going to have to get back in there and reprogram. That's probably what Rich Paul was trying to do, what he called him. But hey, when we need to reprogram him, he's breaking loose. His programming is coming loose. All right. And I think a lot of people that follow LeBron, they're programmed. Like they really got programmed, and that programming is going to stop once he retire. They're not going to keep programming you on this LeBron thing. And eventually everybody, the wool will be lifted off your eyes and everyone is going to see and be like, man, this whole time we've been arguing about this dude being the GOAT. He really is not in the debate. He's really not in the argument. It's no argument. Like, what was we thinking? But I think it's coming for a lot of people, and Perkins is one of them. But this is his response to him getting unfollowed.
I'm just saying, but what I'm saying is this. Imagine unfollowing me on Twitter, but you still got to wake up and watch me on TV every day because I ain't going nowhere anytime soon. That's number one. Number two, I think LeBron James got sensitive over the last couple weeks because I've been calling him out or have to speak on certain things that he may disagree with, like the firing of Darvin Ham or the coaching search for the Lakers, or even having to touch on the Bronny James situation when it comes down to dealing with the draft. At the end of the day, everyone on this television, including USA, because you and I over the last 3 years, and Molly, you can contest to this, we have been going back and forth, and name me somebody, probably other than Shannon, that has been coming on here lobbying and defending for LeBron James like I have been on the basketball side of things.
That's totally true.
And and a few times that I disagree with you, you get in your feelings and you don't pick up the phone and hit me up or send me a text. And you know the disappointing part about it is that I get a call or text from Rich Paul. Bron, I've been knowing you since 1999, brother.
So the reason why I played that, because I really wanted y'all to hear the part when he said he got a call from Rich Paul. LeBron didn't call him and talk to him as a brother. Rich Paul called him. And I think that's something that happens very often. Rich Paul and Clutch Sports are so concerned with whatever narrative that's about LeBron out there that he's emailing and calling people to try to fix it or manipulate it or influence it or suggest something else. You know what I mean? We just need something out there on the record about LeBron, because we know how important it is to get things out there on big platforms, because it's part of the social engineering or the programming, right? It's part of it. I did a show about Rick Bucher when he said he got an email from Clutch Sports talking about LeBron James in the MVP race. Like, he got an email from Clutch Sports literally saying, hey, here's the reasons I believe LeBron should be considered for MVP, right? So, that's a lot of effort to do stuff like that, right? But, it makes you think, what are the conversations like with Rich Paul, anybody else from Clutch Sports when it comes to guys like Shannon Sharp and Nick Wright, Chris Bouchard, those guys is out there capping for LeBron. What are those conversations like? What are they saying? What does Rich Paul think if they ever say anything negative, or not even really negative, but anything that don't go toward the narrative that Clutch Sports want for LeBron? What do they get phone calls as well? Because we hearing Rick Bucher getting emails, we hearing Kendrick Perkins getting phone calls and getting approached in person by people that don't agree or don't like what he said about LeBron on national TV. That's a problem, right? And I'm all for my brothers having some type of influence or power with a huge company like Clutch Sports, but don't abuse it, like, especially just for one player. Now, I think it's real unnecessary. Like, him being the GOAT or being in the GOAT conversation or being in the GOAT debate is really not that important for you to go through all of this effort. Just go out there and hoop. Literally, just go out there and freaking hoop and stop doing all that nonsense, right? So I think all of that is unnecessary for sure. For sure. I don't like it. Kendrick Perkins don't like it. But as far as what y'all think, I see some of y'all in the comments. I open the phone lines up one more time. Maybe I just take 2 calls on this one. But they got to come in quick, or I'm moving on to the next topic, man. Get these calls in. Let me know what y'all think about that whole part of it. Kendrick Perkins getting approached by Rich Paul. Kendrick Perkins breaking loose from his programming. Kendrick Perkins saying that he don't think LeBron is the GOAT anymore. He's convinced now, that, he might have been wrong this whole time, right? All of those things. Ronnie, what's good, brother?
What's up, G?
I'm good, man. What's your thoughts?
I'm gonna try to make it quick, man. I mean, it's been the same stuff, man, as what I've always been saying when it comes to LeBron. And I actually, when it came to this situation that Perk is talking about, I actually didn't even have a problem with what LeBron was saying. But Perk bringing it up in his frustration highlights what my issue is with LeBron James. And it all goes back to the whole trying to force the narrative thing. That's what this whole thing is about, because it reminded me too about with Reggie when he kind of got frustrated and he like, exposed a little bit. But you can tell there's something else going on. I guarantee you, because I think you said something about it, like when he retired, like more stuff is going to come out. People are already tired of LeBron. They're just waiting on him to retire, because there's more behind the scenes that we don't know. But a lot of people, Perk, Stephen A., a lot of folks, even ballers, of course, they know what's going on. Because, again, too, that Dan Hurley thing, I don't think that was a coincidence that he didn't take that job. There's a lot of stuff that's going on behind the scenes that we can't really put because we don't know all the pieces to the puzzle.
Right.
But there's something else going on, and LeBron is in the middle of it. And during that conversation that you just played, Perk, because I think that's when he was on First Take, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Stephen A. brought up something too, as far as about when it comes to LeBron, and it's never LeBron. It's always he's sending out his little cronies, his little minions.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then talking about as far as talking about, because that whole Clutch Sports thing, and then you just mentioned too about people getting calls like, "Hey, what you doing?" Perk just pointed it out. Rich Paul, call him. Yo, what's up? What's going on? So there's something else going on. And I think that's the frustration with LeBron, because it's his politics makes it hard to really appreciate his greatness, because he is great. But it's hard to, because you're trying to force yourself to be somewhere. It's like a spoiled child. Like you never satisfied. And to me, that's what it is. Because Stephen A. even brings it up. He's like, this dude. He's like, all the years of the NBA, I say you the second greatest, and you're literally offended by it. That tells you a lot about him as a person.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it goes into, as far as the whole situation with the whole politic thing and the whole trying to spread this narrative and push this. You know what I'm saying? So, I've always peeped that. And that's why I don't think, and it's just my opinion, that's why I think that he didn't stay in Miami. That's just my opinion. They wasn't going with the antics and letting him play his whole little thing that he wanted to do. And I think that's why he left. He went there for the mission of winning championships because he knew he needed that. Yep. But he never had it in his mind to stay there or anything like that. And I think that when he really realized I can't okey doke with them like I can in Cleveland or in LA,
correct.
He was like, I gotta go. He was like, no, I can't do it here. But that's all I really gotta say, man. I'm gonna let some other people get in, man.
Thanks for the call, bro.
Oh, hey, and one other thing too, man. Y'all beefing? What's going on, man?
Who?
Y'all, the other caller said something about something. What's going on?
Oh, DC Slim.
Yeah, y'all right?
I don't know. I ain't talked to him. He called in Friday and
who is that? That ain't the dude that's actually on the show. That's just a caller.
No, one of the callers. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was making sure the panel. I was about
Oh
to say,
no, man, we ain't never gonna beef on the panel, man. But it's like, man, it's like yeah, sure. The panel got like 20 years of friendship, man. If we beefing on the panel, nobody would ever know, and we'll still be here on Friday recording. That's how
what's
crazy
up.
it is. Yeah. We saw.
Yeah, I got family. I got people just like that too, man. Y'all keep that up, and I'll holler at y'all later, man.
All right, thanks, bro.
Yeah, later.
All right, one more call. World Breaker, where you at? I'm still waiting to get cooked. Caller from Virginia. What's your name?
This is Darren calling from Richmond.
What's good, man? What's your thoughts?
Man, first let me just tell you, you got the best sports show on social media, bro. Because you think logically, and I like that. Now, some of the stuff you say I don't agree with, so let me just try to hit a little bit of it.
Okay.
When I look at the Jordan-LeBron debate, to me, I don't even have LeBron in my top 10.
Okay.
Right. I don't see, like, when you look at great players, like I'm not, who am I supposed to put him in front of? I don't believe he was better than Larry Bird or Magic Johnson. I don't believe he's better than Kobe, Shaq, Dream, Tim Duncan. I don't even have him ahead of Scottie Pippen. I believe that Scottie was a better on-ball defender. Scottie could play with his back to the rim. Scottie actually ran an offense, the triangle offense. Scottie, without Mike, did it with a bunch of role players and was one bad call away from being in the finals by himself. And at his size, he was a big player, back at that time. I don't believe that LeBron is better than Scottie Pippen right now. When you look at this era of players, you can't hand check. You're taking all the physicality out of it, and I'm supposed to give him a pass because he's 6'9", 6'10", and 270 pounds. If I can't touch you, then what am I supposed to do with you? You know what I mean? So when you look at the things that people negate, I just feel like he's been an overblown superstar because they needed another superstar because they didn't have a Jordan or anything anymore. And Kobe wasn't that likable in the media. And then they pushed him on the rest of the world. And I feel like they pay people to say those things about him just to make an argument. But I don't even really think it's a debate. I don't even think it's close.
Yeah,
Maybe he's top 15.
you got, it's a lot of truth in what you said. I disagree with the Pippen part. I definitely got him above Pippen.
What does he do better than Pippen?
I mean, they did.
I'll wait.
He scored better than Pippen.
He only scored better than Pippen because Mike was the superstar and Mike took that from him. But when Scottie needed to score, he could score when he wanted to, and he was more effective as a scorer than LeBron and had more arsenal than LeBron.
Yeah, he could shoot better than LeBron too, but we seen Pippen as a number one. We seen him as a number one. He wasn't one bad player away from the finals. That was the
was he?
He was one bad player away. He was one bad player away from the Eastern Conference Finals.
Eastern Conference Finals, all right, from the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah.
So, but the point is, he would have been back in position to go to maybe win a ring by himself, and they cheated him out of that, right? And I'm not the only one that says that. Everybody says that because it was obviously the truth. They needed New York to go, So. And that's that. The Kayla Clark thing, I think that.
You gotta wait for that one. That's next. You gotta wait for that one. Don't jump ahead.
You make me wait for it, man.
Don't jump ahead. Yeah, I got. Yeah, because look, you might be able to empty your clip and then stop watching, man. I can't let you do that. Yeah, I'm slow cooking it, baby. You know what I mean? These oxtails will go fall off the bone by the time we get to the end. So.
All right, Well, listen. So, but on the Jordan thing, I don't think it's close, man. I don't think that. When you look at it, I don't see how anybody make an argument that he's better. Well, some of the things that people use as an argument to say he's better is just a matter of position. So, for instance, Mike was a shooting guard. He played on the perimeter. He wouldn't have as many rebounds. He wouldn't have as many assists because he was more focused on scoring the ball. Back then, a two guard was a scoring guard, and that's what he did, put the ball in the rack. So some of that is just a matter of position. And some of LeBron's stats are false stats. He's so ball dominant. He has the ball all the time. He's either looking to drive, dunk, or pass to a spot-up shooter. So he's going to have more assists by default, but the style of play he has doesn't equal to winning. And that's why the Lakers got all that talent right now and can't win nothing.
Yeah,
because they actually play better when he's not on the court, because the ball moves better when he's not on the court now. So a lot of things that people will say about LeBron James' game, not that I don't think he's garbage, but when I look at his style of play, if you take away the fact that he played with a prime Wade and a prime Bosh, take away the fact that Kevin Love was considered the best power forward in the league when he came to Cleveland, and you got a prime Kyrie Irving, and then you took Shumpert and JR and them boys from New York, and them boys are pretty good players with the Knicks.
Yeah.
So when you look at how he loaded teams with J.R. Smith and a lot of other players on that team, I mean, not J.R. Smith, what's the boy that played with Richard Jefferson?
Yeah.
He was a superstar in New Jersey. He wasn't no
RJ.
player.
Yeah, you was cooking till you said that. RJ.
He wasn't a superstar, but he was a good all-star.
He wasn't even an all-star.
He was their star player.
No, he wasn't. They had J Kidd and Kenya Martin.
Kenya Martin, all he did was catch alley-oops. When they needed something on the floor, it was Richard Jefferson.
That's because J Kidd liked to run, and Richard Jefferson was good at running and jumping. If you're gonna run and jump, J Kidd is gonna fight. Richard Jefferson was not like that. When they played the Lakers in the finals, Richard Jefferson was not going head to head with Kobe and matching that. No, Kobe was.
Well, he wasn't Kobe, right? But what I am saying is he won't a bum. He could create his own shot.
He was good. He couldn't do that.
Yeah.
No. Richard Jefferson was not like that. I'm sorry.
Man, I think you need to go back and get Richard Jefferson another look, guy. Richard Jefferson
I do that.
Kobe.
I do that.
He won't Kobe, but he was a good player. He could create his own shot. Now, was he Kobe? Was he Drexler? Was he Penny Hardaway? No, I don't think yet. But he wasn't a garbage guy. You had to make sure that you accounted for him. Teams had to worry about him.
Was RJ a better small forward than Glenn Rice?
He was a small forward. He played the two.
He was a small forward.
I don't think so, dog. I think he was the two guard.
Nah, he was small forward. Was it? Well, Glenn Rice played small forward and shooting guard. So is he better than Glenn Rice?
I can't put him over Glenn Rice.
Yeah, I know you can't. Can you put
Glenn
him?
Rice is a better shooter.
Can you put him over Mitch Richmond?
I don't know if I put him under Mitch Richmond, but he is not far.
Can you put him over Glenn Robinson?
I put him over Big Dog. Big
No,
Dog was
ain't no way. Ain't no way you put him over Big Dog. Can you put him over? Can you put him over Steven Jackson?
He about Steven Jackson to me. That's not that. Steven Jackson's a ball, and I ain't gonna take that. But
RJ is not that caliber of player, man. RJ is an athlete. RJ can jump.
As good as what's the boy that talk all that stupid stuff online now?
Give it a ring.
Zero. He's horrible. You know, like Gilbert Arenas think because he talk loud that it make him more right. But Gilbert Arenas say the most ignorant stuff sometimes for somebody that played the game. It's like, you know, but that's not. I just don't feel like Richard Jefferson was like garbage or like that. He
wasn't garbage. Whatever's two levels.
They wouldn't have made the finals without him.
What if we go superstar, star, all-star, whatever is two levels under all-star is what Richard Jefferson was. Role player.
I don't think he's two levels under all-star.
Role player.
Now, he was a role player in Cleveland, but not in New Jersey.
He was a role player.
Not in New Jersey.
No, he was a role player in New Jersey. They ain't run no plays for him. Kerry Kittles got plays ran for him. Kenya Martin got plays ran for him. They ain't run no plays.
Kerry Kittles was gone by the time he got there.
I mean, he might have been, but
by the time when they got to the finals, there was no Kerry Kittles.
I think
Richard was the starter.
I want to say they got RJ really young. They had RJ when Kittles was there.
He came out of college.
Oh, yeah, he was young, and Kittles might have still been there, and then eventually Vince Carter got there. Yeah, but
nah.
But look. Let me move on from this. I got some other callers coming in.
I'm sorry, brother. But
all right,
I appreciate you taking my call.
All right, no problem. All right, I take two more if I can get them in quick. John Wayne, thanks for the super chat. This man is speaking straight facts. If Kobe never went to Colorado, the NBA wouldn't have needed to push LeBron. That it could be some truth to that. Caller from Louisiana. Well, you got 30 seconds. I'm gonna try to get one more in after you. Go ahead.
All right. Hey, yo, man. I was watching your video the other day about the Gino dude, the coach for
yeah.
for UConn, I think.
Yeah.
It was a says Caitlin Clark is not built for the NBA. I was watching your video, man, and I had a problem with how you was letting them black women talk down on Caitlin Clark. Like, them black women were saying everybody on South Carolina bench was a better player than Clark because start over Clark in WNBA. And you sat there, you ain't say nothing, dog. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. What you wanted me to say?
So I'm saying, you saying you agree with that. That's what you're saying.
I agree with what?
That everybody on that Caitlin Clark, because they said too that Caitlin Clark should be on the bench. and that South Carolina, every bench player on South Carolina.
No, I ain't agree with that. I think I said I didn't agree with it during the show.
No, you ain't say that. You ain't say nothing.
Oh, okay.
You shaking your head laughing.
Oh, okay, my bad. You want me to say I disagree with it? Yeah, I don't think Caitlin Clark was a worse player than every player on South Carolina, and I think she would have started on South Carolina.
All right, that's all I want to hear you say. But next time, bro, when they in here, bro, speak up. You know what I'm saying? They
Wait,
saying
wait,
shit.
wait.
I need you to speak up next time. You
Wait,
saying
slow down,
nonsense.
slow down.
When they
Don't
here,
slow
speak
down.
up.
Don't nobody need to tell me to speak up. You think do I look like that caliber of do I look like that caliber of a person that don't speak up? If someone's on my panel and I invited them on my panel as a guest and they have an opinion, I'm not obligated to debate them on that opinion. You said an opinion. I disagree with it. If I didn't say I disagreed with it, I apologize for you to you as a listener if that's what you wanted to hear. But to come on here and say I let those black women do X, Y, and Z, that's already starting off bad, brother. Like you can't do that. Like you almost coming into my house when you come on my panel and you call in, right? You almost coming into my house. You gotta wipe your feet, and I don't think you did that. I think you came in here with an axe to grind. I think it was a little bit disrespectful, big dog.
Yeah, you disrespect. Yeah, I'm a Clark fan, so you disrespect Clark. I'm disrespect you.
Oh well, if that's the case, so you called in here on behalf of Caitlin Clark.
LeBron, come on, man.
You came here on the behalf of Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. I came and stood on business. Yeah, you wanted that smoke. I brought that smoke to you.
Oh, okay. Well, I appreciate the smoke.
I just wanted to check you right quick. That's all, though.
I appreciate the smoke, man. You gonna love this next topic. You gonna love it. Stick around.
Right. I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah. Call back too. Right. Call back.
All right.
Yeah. He said I'm a Clark fan. Let's hear up and get to this Clark. One last call so we can hear up and get to this Clark topic. One last call. Greg Anderson, you call back real quick. He said you ain't say nothing to these black women. Lord have mercy. Greg, where you at? Greg, you letting everybody else in here call. Caller from Illinois.
What's up, my man?
Shay J, hello. Shay J said I did say she was pretty. Yeah. Caitlin Clark is my boo. But go ahead. What's your thoughts, man? Make sure you cut YouTube off in the background so I don't get the echo.
Okay, let me hit that right now.
All right.
So you got me?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, big demo. Like with LeBron, the biggest thing with him is I think that his whole setup is not organic. Correct. Everything was kind of like pre-manufactured for him. He came into the league, everything was set up. Kobe did fall off with that little rape thing with Colorado.
Yeah. Try not to use that word on YouTube.
So that just jacked up his game.
Right.
But then after that, they was like, hey, we need somebody to basically plug. We're going to use LeBron. He came in, freak of nature. He deserved all of the stuff that he got when he was in high school because he was something else nobody ever seen.
Right.
Once he got to the league and everything, they just kept pushing him. That was good for the league because it was something to say, hey, this is something we're going to hang our hat on. But then once he started trying to go to other teams, get with other players and stuff like that, screwed the whole league up, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it made it go from, hey, the league is something good, something great to watch. But now he's going to other teams and leeching off our players' talent. Everybody didn't feel it like the biggest scam that happened in the league. It was LeBron.
Right.
When he came in, he had all these other great players in the league at the same time. Kevin Love, Chris Bosh, Dwayne Wade, all these cats. They all in the same caliber as him. He's just slightly above. But as soon as they got on the team with him, they all had to take huge steps back.
Okay.
Now he looks like he's so far ahead of everybody else. And can't nobody question his greatness during his little time for the league. So that's like the biggest thing, the biggest scam.
It's a hoax. It's a hype job.
Exactly.
It's a hype job that he pays good money to his Clutch Sports clients and everybody that they somewhat employ to keep that hoax going. But it's gonna fall apart.
Exactly, man. But the big thing is, I really think he's a beta dude, and he saw the opportunity that the league was giving him. And when he saw that opportunity, he was like, "Hey, if I join with these other guys, I will make they star a lot less bright, and it's just gonna keep enforcing my star."
Okay.
So that's like the biggest thing with him. I'm like, dude, he's a great player, but if you don't see the bullshit, you won't see the bullshit.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that, man. Yep, good call, bro. I appreciate it.
Yep, appreciate you, bro.
All right.
Later.
I'm taking one last one. Only Greg Anderson, because he's been trying to get in here. I get to these super chats until you call Stevie J. Stevie J. He said Kenny was talking about the pass to Paxson in '91. Is that the one where I think in the Last Dance where Phil was when he had to talk to Jordan on the sideline and say who's open, and he said Paxson. He said, okay, use your teammates, something like that. I think that might be the one you're talking about. But that wasn't a game winner. That was just the fact that he was that was loading up on one side to stop Jordan, and he kept hitting Paxson, for continuous jump shots. I don't think that was a game winner. Greg Anderson, what's up, man? You must got something real good to say. Hold on, let me get these super chats first before you go.
Okay.
Roland Curtis, thanks for the super chat. Caitlin Snow Bunny has brothers fighting over. Hey, I didn't realize what was going on until he was like, "Oh, I'm a Clark fan." Oh my God, you came over here to say, "Let me check the black girls," and you didn't check the black girls, and they said an opinion, and he disagrees with the opinion, and he's mad because I didn't. I don't know. I don't know what that I thought that was funny though. I can't wait for him to call back. LeBron P sitting down. Stop it, man. Y'all leave that dude alone, man. Leave LeBron. All right, go ahead, Greg.
Hey, man, what's going on, man?
I'm
Hey,
good.
look. All right, so this is the one time I got to defend LeBron when he made those statements about Kyrie Irving.
Okay.
Now, in theory, he said the right thing. He says, hey, Kyrie is a hell of a basketball player. He should have left it at that. But I have the problem. The problem I have is with the words that he used. He said, Kyrie is everything. So I have so much to say about him, I don't know what to say. And then he just started making up bullshit. That's what got him in trouble because he really didn't mean it. But that's not even the biggest issue. The biggest issue is your boy Kendrick Perkins. I ain't even gonna lie, man. Dude came on sounding like one of them bitter exes. Like after y'all break up, now all of a sudden you got a little pipe and you can't stroke it right. It's like, bro, you've been meat riding, you've been glazing for the last 3-4 years on ESPN, and now you in your feelings. Both y'all sensitive, both y'all in y'all feelings.
So
now all of a sudden you want to tell LeBron he got a little pee-pee.
So they broke up.
They broke up, man. It's a nasty breakup on TV. This needs to be covered on TMZ. And ESPN needs to be ashamed of themselves for putting on a 15, 20-minute segment. And I need to be ashamed for giving them that view because I watched the whole thing. And after I watched it, I was like, that's 15 minutes of my time I can never get back. But just know, I'm gone. But just know that, hey, LeBron wasn't wrong in what the sentiment and what he said. It's just the way that LeBron just delivers messages. It's like he's so narcissistic he can't help it.
Right.
It's just everything just come off sounding wrong. But this is on Kendrick because there's no way you should do a segment that I unfollowed you.
Oh, I wouldn't even showed up for that. If the producers told me that's what we were doing, I was like, man, y'all gonna have to do that without me, man. Ain't no way I'm about to do that.
Come on, man. That looks like a gay lover's quarrel. I'm gone, bro.
All right, man. Thank you. All right, that's it for this segment, man. Let's move to Caitlin Clark, man. Caitlin Clark got left off of Team USA. And the tears. Oh my God, the tears. Like these are the tears of the Caitlin Clark's fan. I got a whole cup of it, and they're delicious. Wait one. Don't even need no chaser. They salty, very salty tears, and they're mad because she's not on Team USA, right? Let's listen to them have this conversation about it.
Was it disrespectful to leave Caitlin Clark off the Olympic roster?
No, I don't think it was disrespectful to leave Caitlin Clark off the Olympic roster. She is not one of the 12 best professional basketball players in the United States of America right now. The goal of the U.S. women's basketball team is to win a gold medal, is to win. That is their goal. That is the goal of the people that put this team together. That is the goal of the team heading to Paris. And that should be their only goal. Ratings is somebody else's problem. And that is not the priority, nor should it be even considered when you're talking about putting together a roster that is going to compete at the highest level at the biggest stage in the world, which is the Olympics. Remember how salty we got when the men weren't winning the gold. That was a problem. We're not getting involved in this. This is the best team in the world. It is a very hard team to make. They take a lot of considerations for who makes this team, not just who the best players are, but how they're going to play together, because they aren't just assembling an all-star group. They're putting together a team of players that have to play together. Caitlin is going to have an incredible career. She will have an opportunity to go to the Olympics. She will have an opportunity to develop as a player. I think she is going to be one of the greatest players that the game has ever seen. I've enjoyed watching her start in the WNBA. But all of those factors, the ratings, the popularity, people paying attention to it, growing the game, that's not the responsibility of the U.S. women's national team. That is not their goal and responsibility. So I don't think it's disrespectful to her. I think it was, I'm sure, greatly debated and evaluated with a lot of care because they knew there was going to be a lot of discussion about this. But when it comes to the actual competition, you cannot simultaneously say that you care as much about ratings as you do about winning unless those things completely align. And in this case, they don't. So you have to prioritize what your goal is, which is winning.
All right. So that's Joy Taylor on Speak. After Joy Taylor, you're going to hear LaShawn McCoy, and he's a stand for Caitlin Clark. He's been a stand for since last year, right? I think some of these people are stands just from a business perspective, right? Like, you know, this is good for business for me to be a Caitlin Clark stand, just like people was a LeBron stand because it was good for business. Like, you know, I think that's what it is because they can't believe some of the stuff they say. So let's think about what Georgia said, right? She said that it's not disrespectful that they left off for the points that she made. One, she's not the 12, or she's not better than the 12 girls that or the 12 women that they selected. And if we're talking about winning the gold medal, these girls are definitely better than her. And we forget the big girls, forget Breanna Stewart, forget Aja Wilson, Brittany Griner, forget those, forget Diana Taurasi as a forward. Let's just think about the guards. Chelsea Gray, Jewel Lloyd, Kelsey Plum, Sabrina Ionescu, Khalil Copper, Jackie Young. They're better than Caitlin Clark. They're more experienced than Caitlin Clark. They have veteran leadership, right? They can handle the physical play better, right? They're navigating the WNBA right now better. You know, granted, Caitlin Clark is still a rookie, but, you know, she 8 turnovers, 6 turnovers, 7 turnovers, 9 turnovers. She just lost by 20 points tonight to the Connecticut Sun. Carrington, who's not on this list, outplayed her mightily. She had 20-plus points, 3+ steals, assists out the UN. She ripping her at half court, getting layups. I mean, it was pretty much the same thing that happened because that's the team they played in game 1, and Carrington embarrassed her by forcing her to her right the whole game and stealing the ball from her every 5 minutes. And it was, I mean, she set the tone for the rest of the league. Carrington did. Even Carrington's outplaying her, and she's not a person that's was even invited to this to even try out for this team. Carrington looked like, man, she looks, I mean, man, that girl defense and the way she scores, her quickness, her size. Like when you think about what Gino Auriemma said, and he said, man, she's just not built for this league. She can get there, but she's not built for it, and she's not even quick enough to get away from the physicality. So you're not physical enough for the league, and you're not even quick enough to beat the physicality with your quickness. So it looks like she's getting beat up and bullied, but it's not. She just can't handle it. What would be the point of taking her to the Olympics if she's not better than these girls? These girls are well deserving of it, right? I would not like it if I was deserving of something and it got taken away for some, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, some charity case. I don't even know what you call it, right? And how many accommodations are we going to do? They're asking them, like Gilbert Arenas have said, if they want to make money, they need to change the rules and change the entire league for her. That's one accommodation. They said that they need to change the play style for her. They want to change Team USA and put her on it, all because she has a large following from college. Like what she did in college earned her large following, and her large following expected and thought that she was going to do what she did in college in the league. As soon as she got in the league, they really thought that she was going to come in and be one of the top 3 players in the league. And now that they see that she can't do that, they're trying to figure out what went wrong, because it's not her. She's perfect. She's infallible. She's the Messiah. She's the savior of the league. So if she can't do what she did in college in the league, it's got to be something wrong with the league. And that's when they start blaming her coaches. Game 1, they blamed her coach and said the offense was trash. Game 2, they blamed her teammates and said they're jealous of her. Game 3, they start saying the whole league jealous of her. Like it's everything around her is the problem. We got to change everything around her so we can see what she did in college, right? So it's too many accommodations that we got to make. What's going to happen when she don't make All-Star this year? Are they going to say it's dumb for you not to put her on the All-Star team because she's got a huge following and that can help grow the game? Like their excuse is give someone that's not deserving a roster spot on Team USA because she has a huge following. You get what I'm saying? That's an extension of Linsanity. That's exactly what Linsanity is. Imagine if when Linsanity was going on, you seen how big Linsanity was. Linsanity was huge. Jeremy Lin was having great games, all this stuff. It lasted for about 8 games, right? And then everybody found out he didn't have no left hand. Then they found out he couldn't dribble against pressure, and they started locking him up 94 feet, and he went, dropped right back down to earth. Linsanity was over. Imagine if someone that was supposed to make All-Star, they came in and was like, hey, we got to put Linsanity on that All-Star team because he's popular. Or imagine if when teams was locking him up and making him turning the ball over and making him have bad games toward the end of Linsanity. Imagine if the media was saying, y'all are jealous of Jeremy Lin. Why don't y'all stop fouling him and stop playing him tough defense? Y'all jealous and Linsanity is bringing more eyes to the game. Why don't y'all just let that happen? That's what they're saying about Caitlin Clark. They're basically saying the Linsanity that she had in college, y'all are not letting us see it, and y'all are jealous by that. Y'all jealous because, and that's we're calling it jealousy because we can't see what she did in college. You can't say that because everyone wanted Linsanity. Everybody enjoyed Linsanity until Linsanity was over. If the media had called for us to be, just to stop the jealousy and stop playing physical defense just so we can keep seeing Linsanity the rest of the season, and then, oh, by the way, he also should be on the All-Star team, and then, oh, by the way, he give him a roster spot on Team USA. That's basically what they're doing with Caitlin. That's basically what they're doing. So if she don't make All-Star this year, if she doesn't make All-Star this year, the same thing that they're saying about Team USA, they're going to be saying, why don't we give her a roster spot on the All-Star game because everyone wants to see her. That's exactly what it is, right? Let's hear LaShawn McCoy.
I totally disagree. Totally disagree. I think it's one of the dumbest moves that the WNBA has ever done, right? Now, you talked about the 12 best players. She is not one of those. I will say that. Caitlin Clark is not one of those, for sure, right now. Mm-hmm. But when you look at this, the Olympic team, the 12 best women go over and play in the Olympics, right? Mm-hmm. They're, if I'm not mistaken, they won 7 in a row.
Yeah, 7 gold medals in a row.
7 gold medals in a row. So winning ain't really that. No. Y'all ain't sure about the winning part. Y'all gonna do that. But when you talk about growing this game, right? Angel Reese said that it's 2 of them that's grew the game, but I would say really Caitlin has really grew the game. So if you look at the NBA, you look at the NFL, one thing they want to do is they market. They want to make more money. How do you do that, right? You make the game a little safer so players are always playing, right? And the other thing is you go out to different countries to get this going, right? Same thing with the Dream Team back in the day, right? It was Michael Jordan. He was a big name and all that, and he started developing the whole game.
Stop. So I hate when they keep bringing up Michael Jordan. Here's the difference. Michael Jordan was the best player in the league. Michael Jordan was also popular. Caitlin Clark is only popular. So stop bringing up Michael Jordan in this example. Michael Jordan was the best player in the league. And when he got on the floor, you saw Michael Jordan shit. They're begging for Caitlin Clark, and it's people that saying they're going to boycott Team USA. How does that make me feel as one of the players that's on this roster where you're telling me if y'all don't put Caitlin on here, I'm not even watching y'all. I'm not even going to support y'all. Pretty much give me what I want with Caitlin, or I'm not supporting the WNBA or Team USA. How fair is that to all these women that work so hard and who's going over there to go represent us and win the gold for us? All because your favorite player is not on there and she doesn't deserve to be on there, and everyone admits that she don't deserve to be on there. So they're admitting, put an undeserving player, take the opportunity away from a deserving player because of popularity. And then what happens when you put her on that team and take her out there and she's not better than nobody? How is she going to get playing time? Or you're going to have to also, a deserving player will not get this opportunity, so she stays home. And then when you get there, a deserving player that's supposed to be getting minutes is not going to get it because we've got to give it to her. So you go dick two players. All for popularity and growing the game. And then if you do the right thing and have her on that roster and she's not playing, like Christian Laettner wasn't playing when he was on the roster because he didn't really deserve to be on that roster, right? Then what? How does that grow the game if she's on the bench? And then if you play her, how does that grow the game if she get out there and turn the ball over 8 times? Like, people not even thinking this thing through. And then you bring up Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, when he got to the Olympics, we seen Michael Jordan shit. We seen him dominating. We seen him dunking left and right. We seen him faster than everybody. We seen him overmatching everybody. He was obviously the best player on the floor. You're telling me we want to put someone that we know is not the best player on the floor, but we want to put out there because she has a following here in America, and we want to see if we can go get that following overseas. How are you going to have a Olympic game and gain a following just for Caitlin Clark if Caitlin Clark is not on the floor hooping? If she's not on the floor doing Jordan stuff, how are the kids in China, or they're going to Paris? So how the kids in Paris, how are they going to say, oh my God, Caitlin Clark? No, you want it to be a straight hype job.
A certain way across the country. So you look at Caitlin, it's like, yo, this is the biggest player we have in basketball ever. We're not saying the best, but the biggest. Yeah. So now when people are tuning in to watch these games, it's not just me talking, it's all the numbers from going from 4,000 people going to 17,000 average the attendance. Yeah. Talking about the viewerships. They average like 2 million viewers every time they play. So now you take the biggest draw of WNBA basketball players, you take her away to replace her with who? For who? Why? So now people that was watching before, are they going to watch again? People in other countries, they know who she is. Are they going to watch her now? When they go to the games, they want to autograph.
How they go watch her if she's not on the floor? If she don't deserve to be on the roster, how she go get on the floor? Okay, you put on the roster, you take her to Paris. How you put on the floor? And then when you put it on the floor and she go out there and stink it up, then what? Is that going to grow the game?
If they want to see the women play, who they going to see? That's a serious thing. So now when I look at the commission, I look at the group that put us together, it's like, yo, y'all dropping the ball. This is stupid. Y'all going to lose money. The max you can make in a woman's contract is what, $250 a year? Is that what it is? $250? I believe
on the court, yep.
Come on, man. Listen, if you want to grow the game out and make the game bigger, not just for Caitlin, but for the whole league for years to come, you put this girl on the roster, right? You market it a certain way. You take her to other countries and let them see her, right? And now the money drives up and everybody can make more money. This is dumb for them.
It sounds good, but that's dumb. It sounds good. She's barely handling the WNBA. She's barely handling the WNBA. How's she going to the Olympic? What is she going to show us? How do you showcase that? Like, what did she go show us? These girls play better basketball than Caitlin. So if they can't watch Team USA and see great basketball and grow the game that way, I'm trying to figure out what is Caitlin going to do that's going to grow the game when she go over there. Sign autographs. Somebody's got to explain this to me, because I can't understand it. I really don't understand it. So yeah, I'm glad you disagree. You don't know that go happen. All we saying is if Caitlin Clark is going to be on Team USA in the future, it would be added experience for her and for the whole WNBA league. I agree that it would be wise because more than likely 4 years from now, when they had the Olympics in 2028, Caitlin's going to be on it, and it would be nice for Caitlin to go experience it this year. But that's if you don't have to move heaven and earth for it to happen. If there's just a right, because right now Caitlin Clark is an alternate, and they got Chelsea Gray, who's injured right now. She got a lower leg injury right now. She hasn't played not one game for the Aces this year. The doctors are saying she'll be available by the time they start playing games for the Olympics, but she's not available right now. But let's say by slight chance she's not available, then Caitlin Clark will be on the roster. And in that case, cool. I think it's a good thing that she go over there and get the experience, even if she don't play a lot. She go get the experience because she would more than likely be in there in 2028. So I agree with you on that, Ed. Wow. It'd be a good experience for her. But I do not agree that you give her the roster spot just for popularity, even though she didn't earn it with her play. You can't give it to her just for popularity. It's just not. It don't make sense. I'm not doing that just for popularity, right? I'm just not doing it. And all this, they're not really concerned with growing the sport and all that stuff. They really are just concerned that they think that Caitlin Clark is not getting the treatment that they want her to get. This just another way for them to cry about her not getting that. Wait, it'll happen again if she don't make All-Star. It'll happen again if they do the co-ed 3-point shooting with Sabrina Ionescu and Steph Curry again, like they did last All-Star, and they don't invite Caitlin to it, right? And imagine Ionescu getting very close to Steph Curry in the 3-point shootout last year. Imagine her doing it again this year, but they don't invite Caitlin. What do you think Caitlin fans are going to say? How do you not invite the most popular girl to shoot against Steph Curry when Ionescu's a better shooter? By far. Lexi Brown's a better shooter than Caitlin Clark. By far. But y'all wouldn't know that because y'all not watching nobody's games. It's just all Caitlin, y'all. And notice every stat that they come out with as far as ticket sales, they say this is the most in 17 years or the most in 10 years, which means we've had it this popular before. This league has been this popular before. So you have to ask yourself, what happened? What happened? How did we go from being very popular to not being popular? And when you find out that NBC didn't have a contract with them no more, and they went and joined the Lifetime Network, and the Lifetime Network never advertised their games. They barely showed them. We didn't know where to find their games at. That's when the league tanked. So these numbers we're saying with Caitlin, we've seen before, but Caitlin fans don't know that. Even they don't even read all the way when they say this is the most we've had in 17 years. They forget all they see is the most. They don't see in 17 years. You got to ask yourself, oh, well, how was it this popular in 17 years ago? And then you do some research, and then it makes sense, right? So let's open the phone lines up because I think this is a good conversation to have. Let's open the phone lines up, man. Does she deserve to be on this roster? Should we put her on the roster just for popularity? And if you put her on the roster for popularity, then do you have to play her just for popularity, right? And then, what do you think about my Linsanity? Hey, is this an extension of Linsanity?
Man, you hit the nail on the head. This is an extension of Linsanity. Imagine if Darren Williams got kicked off the All-Star team because Linsanity. Jeremy Lin had a run of 8 games where he was absolutely the best player on the court. 8 games. Let's get Darren Williams out of here. Let's get Chris Paul out of here. Let's get those elite guards out of here just because Jeremy Lin had a run of 8 games. And the crazy part is Caitlin ain't had no run. She hasn't had a run of anything. She has just been, not since she's been in the league, there's no way possible that you could ever make me say that this is disrespect to Caitlin Clark if Arike Ogunbowale is not there, if
Correct.
Brian Howard's not there. Like, it's so many players that are just so much better.
so much better at basketball that are not on this team. I think you said Carrington has been hooping this year. Bonner deserved to be on there. Every guard deserved to be on there that was on there. And there was some guards that I thought got left off. And Caitlin is not one of them. You cannot reward anybody just because you want to award them. Like, if that's the case, let's give her the MVP this year, even though her stats don't reflect it. Let's automatically give Indiana Fever the win so she can win the championship if it's all about business.
Because that'll grow the game, right?
That'll grow the game. Taco Master said it the best, I think, in the comments. He said, Stephen A. said it's not compromising your morals, it's just good business. But the problem with that is you are compromising your morals for good business, or what you would call good business. And you have to have morals in order to say, hey, all money ain't good money. Like, you going to take somebody's rightful spot just to get this girl on there who has not been playing. Do I think Caitlin Clark is a hooper? Yes, I think Caitlin Clark is a hooper, and I think eventually she'll learn the game and adapt to the game and adjust to the game and find her niche in the game and be a player, because we've seen her working in the offseason. But don't just hand it to her. Like, how have these dudes ever played competitive sports? I don't understand. I don't understand how these dudes have ever played competitive sports and they just want to hand something to somebody, whether they earn it or not, in the name of good business. It's ridiculous.
Do you like the Jordan comparison that they keep using?
Mel, I'm trying to have a peaceful time in the comments, man. I'm just chilling, bro. Like, why would they ever utter those names in the same sentence? I don't even like the Christian Laettner comparison. Christian Laettner won 2 rings. How many in college? How many did Caitlin win?
0.
So I don't like any of the comparisons whatsoever. So at the end of the day, I am infuriated with the fact that this is even a conversation. Like, why is this a conversation? I don't understand it, Mel. Make sure y'all hitting that like button. I ain't gonna take too much of your time. I'm gonna let everybody else call in. This is though World Breaker, by the way. Make sure y'all hit that like button, comment, subscribe, share, and stop talking about Caitlin. Hey, wait a minute. Before I go, tell Uncle Ruckus to call back. That's what I want.
Oh, yeah.
Who was caping like Zango,
Yeah.
tell him to call back.
Yeah.
I'm in the comments waiting. If you want that smoke, I'm down here.
Yeah. Come give him the smoke since we're on the Caitlin Clark topic. This would be real nice, man. Call back. That'd be real dope. Yeah, thanks for the calls, though.
All right, brother.
Yeah. So that Jordan comparison is crazy. John Wayne, super chat, thank you. You think she is getting bullied now? Put her on the Olympic team and watch what when she gets back. That's an interesting comment. It'll definitely rub a lot of people the wrong way. T-Ray, what's up?
Hey, what's up, bro? How you feeling, man?
I'm good, man. How you feeling?
Oh, I can't complain, man. Just want to jump on in there real quick with the Caitlin Clark situation.
All right, let's go.
It reminds me of a lot. Like you hit the nail on the head with insanity, but then you also think about how Yao Ming, when he came in the league, and how they kind of shifted votes and made it more of a thing where the Chinese could vote and get him all-star bid.
Yeah,
and starting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they'll probably do some things like that. But you know what? The thing about Yao Ming was actually good.
Yeah.
And he earned his
he did.
his accolades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So until this girl is actually able to produce, and I'm not saying she's never going to, but right now she's not. It don't look good. The optics don't look good. So begging for her to get a position on the Olympics and all of this. No, she needs to earn that.
She need to earn everything she get, because everything can't be given to her. They're asking for so many accommodations for her, man. They're asking to change the rules. They're asking to change the play style of the league. They're asking to change so much, man. Put on Team USA, all because she got popular in college. She hasn't done nothing in the pros to warrant all the attention. She done all this work in college.
She did in college.
She's working off residual. That's called working off residual.
Yes. You know who else was popular in college? Bronny James, so they say. So what is we gonna you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know who? Adam Morrison was pretty popular in college too.
Oh Oh man, for that. I mean,
Oh, Jimmer for that. Yeah. Wally Zerbiak. Yeah. Old
man,
Bannon
listen,
brothers.
man, these dudes,
The old Bannon brothers was
come on,
cold.
Bro, they was cold and they had a following. They had if they had social media back then, that'd be an issue. Lonzo Ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We can go on and on about who was popular and whatnot, but when it don't translate on that court, you got a problem when you trying to supersede something because like she said, ball don't lie.
Right.
The ball is telling you that, she's not ready. Now, will she be ready? She might be ready the next 4 years. She might get that. She might earn that nod to the Olympics. But until then, don't put the horse before the carriage.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm with you, man. Thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, bro. No problem.
Yep. All right, I got a couple of comments I want to get to. USA women's won 7 straight gold medals without Caitlin Clark. Y'all just casual at this point. Just because they won don't mean we got to put her on the roster and take that spot away from somebody. Like, I don't understand how that's even relevant. Oh, they won, so just, let's put somebody that don't deserve it. Like, we all agree that she doesn't deserve to be on the roster. Like, we all agree with that. Oh, that should be the end of the story. That's a period at the end of that sentence. We all agree she doesn't deserve it. Put a period right there. Conversation over, right? We're not talking about it'll grow the league and all that. You don't know it'll grow the league. You don't know it'll grow the league. If she goes over there and don't play, how's it going to grow the league? If she goes over there and plays bad, how's it going to grow the league? And forget her going over there and playing good, because how the hell she go get them minutes over the girls that's so much better than her? And it's obvious the girls, every time she plays a good team, she's getting 8 points, 9 points, 10 points, and looking really bad and getting a lot of turnovers. She's not ready, man. Put that thing back in the oven. What we thought we was going to get, the media lied to us, is we're not going to get it. All right. So stop doing this stuff, man. And it was the other comment I got from Joe Smith. They changed the game for MJ. Y'all forgot. I got something for you. Right. This is how the game was for MJ. All the way to the right. Right. All the way to the right, you see the Jordan rules, right? You see what they was doing. Way too much. In the middle is what it's supposed to be. That's you enforcing the rules by the rule book in the middle. All the way to the right is what you see what the Pistons and Detroit and Boston and Milwaukee and how all these teams played then, fighting, playing football on the court. That was what Jordan was doing. When they changed the rules, they just said, let's enforce the rules the way it's supposed to be enforced, and they went to the middle. That's what they changed. They changed it from football to real basketball. What they're asking us to do for Caitlin Clark is take it from real basketball all the way to the left where we can't touch her so she can run around freely and shoot threes. Stop comparing it to Michael Jordan. The rules that they was following when Michael Jordan came in the league were not the rule book rules. The WNBA following the rule book rules right now. It's just a physical brand. They want to take it all the way away from the rule book to hands off the merchandise. You got to stop comparing it to Michael Jordan. Carla, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, man?
I'm good, man. What's your thoughts?
Man, I agree with everything you're saying, bro. The only thing, I think Caitlin Clark made the All-Star team. And the only reason why is because of LeBron making it he made it the past 2 years, first ballot captain and all that. And his players you could have put ahead of him during that time. You could have put KD ahead of him, you could put John Morant when he was healthy, you could have put Jokic in as captain. But he always a leader and go-getter and a captain. So if it's up to the people, I think they'll put Caitlin Clark in there just for that reason.
Yeah, and look, and that's fine because Aaliyah Boston, her teammate, as a rookie last year, made All-Star. Remember, it's only 12 teams. All right, it's only 12 teams. So if you got 6 on each side, East and West, I'm pretty sure that's how they got it. If they got 6 teams on each side, but you need 12 players to make a roster, that means every team can get two All-Stars.
Right.
Right. So it's more than likely she's going to make All-Star. She's going to make All-Star. But I'm saying, by any chance that she don't, they're going to cry bloody hell again. They're going to cry like this, right? And the crazy thing about it is she probably still would get picked to be an Olympic player, because I don't think Chelsea Gray is going to come back in time. She's still hurt. I think they're going to call up Caitlin Clark at some point. But
as far as far as the USA team?
Yeah, I think she'll make the USA team because Chelsea Gray is hurt, and it's two alternates that's available, and it's Caitlin Clark and a center, right? So obviously, if a guard can't play like Chelsea Gray, then they're going to call up Caitlin Clark for it. So she'll probably be in the Olympics, which is great.
Well, that's wild. Yeah, but even though that, I was like, I think one of the callers here too. I put DeWanna Bonner here to her.
I would love DeWanna Bonner, man. She's old. Though. I don't know. I don't even know if she want to do it, but DeWanna Bonner can hoop, man. She can hoop for sure.
They ain't been bad. We went to high school together, so yeah.
Oh, for real? Where's she from?
Yeah. Fairfield.
Okay.
In Alabama.
Okay.
We're right there by Birmingham.
All right. I like Bonner, man. I know she killed y'all school. I know she got all the records down there.
Yeah, pretty much. But that basketball program there, like they've been on point ever since. Like even before her, like the girls always won the state championship. She just fell in place with it. So they've been on one. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, man. Thanks for the call.
All right, appreciate it. Oh yeah, I got one more crazy tape, man.
Yeah.
As far as with that, man, it wouldn't surprise me. They put Bernie on their own All-Star ballot just so you play with his dad. That would surprise me. And they somehow stick him in there.
Yeah, man. That's funny, man. Thanks, man.
All right, bro.
Yeah. Cass said Caitlin Clark don't deserve to be on the team, but Diana Taurasi also don't deserve to be on to play on the Olympic team. Neither does Brittany Griner. Well, Caitlin Clark is a rookie. Diana Taurasi is a vet, and you need a vet. Like that's why LeBron and Wade and Bosh and CP3 and Carmelo, that's why they went over there and got the bronze. And then what happened when they had Kobe show up? That's all they needed. They need a vet. Diana Taurasi is the vet of all vets. She's pretty much the face of the league, but she's on her way out. Everybody listens to DT. If you listen to how they talk about DT, any player in the league right now, and they mention Diana Taurasi's name, listen to how they talk about her with much respect. And then even when she say stuff, when she's being harsh, like when she said she'll take Paige Bucher #1 if she was coming out the draft over Caitlin Clark, when she said reality is coming. When they asked every female player that play in the WNBA, they said that's just DT. That's how she is. She go say what's on her mind. She go be unapologetic. That's how she is. You just gotta learn DT. Everybody knows her. You need a vet like that. There's no way I'm going over to go try to win gold with no vet, with no leader, nobody that everyone respects and listens to, who can also ball. There's no way. You're telling me you would rather take a rookie for popularity? How popular was LeBron when he went over there and got that bronze medal? Tell me that. When LeBron went over there and got bronze, how popular was he in the world? He went over there and got embarrassed. I'm pretty sure that grew the game a whole lot. Yeah, it showed all the other countries that the American team ain't all that no more. We can beat them. They lost to Carlos Aurora. Unstoppable. And why? Because they couldn't handle the physicality of FIBA basketball. And that's exactly what Caitlin Clark can't do. She can't handle the physicality. Don't give me that, man. I know y'all like this girl, but come on, we got to be real with this. How you say Diana Taurasi don't deserve it, or she don't deserve to be there? She's a vet. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. There's no way that's a serious comment. There's no way. There's no way. Yeah, but DT has an attitude that Barkley had in 92. She's bad for optics in the Olympics. Dude, she went to the Olympics 5 times. How's she bad for optics? I've been there 5 times. Cass, come on, man. All because you like this one girl. This is looking real LeBronish, man. Like the disrespect got to stop for one girl that don't deserve it. We just go start disrespecting people. Diana Taurasi don't deserve it, and she bad for optics. Oh, jeez, Louise. Bro, this is crazy, man. All right, man, one more phone call. I'll take one more phone call, then we get the last topic, which is still on Caitlin Clark. Still on Caitlin Clark. I like that roster, boy. Aja Wilson, the best player in the league. Breanna Stewart, the current MVP. Kelsey Plum, a hooper of all hooper, probably the best guard on the team. Sabrina Ionescu, the best shooter in the league. Brittany Griner, 6'7", unstoppable force in the paint. Jewel Lord, the Kobe of the league, unstoppable. Diana Taurasi, another Kobe of the league and a vet, right? Nafessa Collier, automatic scorer. Alyssa Thompson, a triple-double threat. Big forward, point forward. Jackie Young, straight score. Khalil Copper, straight score. And Chelsea Gray, just another Jewel Lord. There's no room for Caitlin Clark on this squad. There's no room. There's no room. All right, let's move to the next topic. So Dr. Umar, he talked about this. And the reason why I wanted to break this down is because it was very interesting what he said. Dr. Umar was talking about the whole Caitlin Clark fiasco. This was basically kind of right after the hip check that she got last weekend with the foul and all that stuff, and everybody saying that she was being bullied and all of these things like that. I really like how Dr. Umar broke it down. I'm going to play some of it. I'm going to stop it short, though. I'm not going to play all of it. I'm going to play some of it because I thought it was interesting.
Caitlin Clark, how you feel about everything that's going on with her right now?
The situation involving Caitlin Clark, I believe, is unfortunate for her because she has been relatively modest and quiet since entering the WNBA. I think the problem is that the white power structure and the WNBA has an agenda to make Caitlin Clark the athletic face of the league. Now, they can make her the marketing face of the league, but it's going to be difficult to make her the athletic face of the league because she is not to the WNBA what LeBron James was to the NBA.
I'm going to pause it there because that's a bar, and I don't want to go over that and get to something else. I want to stop there. He said that they're trying to make her the face of the league as an athlete. They're trying to make her the athletic face of the league. And he said that's totally different from being the marketing face of the league, because if you're going to be the face of the league as an athlete, that means you got to be better than everybody else. When Michael Jordan was the face of the league, he was better than everybody else. But he also was very marketable as well because the way he played on the court was phenomenal. In this Caitlin Clark situation, she earned everything she's getting now in college. So what she did in college was so phenomenal. We assumed that she was going to be able to do it in the WNBA. Well, I didn't assume it, but her fans did and the media did. And once we started realizing in the first game, we realized that this game is too fast for her and too physical for her. She's not ready for it. She can't be the best in the league, but she's still selling tickets because of what she did in college. She still has a following because of the people that want to follow her. So what do we do with this dilemma? You're not the best, but you're selling the most tickets. What do we do with it? How do we market someone that's not the best, but is selling the most tickets? Because in most cases, at least the person that we was marketing and making the face of the league was somewhere top 3 the best. Like when LeBron James was being marketed, Kobe was still better than him, but at least he was right there under Kobe. So if Caitlin Clark was right under Aja Wilson, then it would make more sense. It wouldn't look like you're forcing something. But the fact that she's probably outside of the top 15, but she's the one that's being marketed, you have to think of yourself, why is she so popular if her play on the court don't garnish that popularity? Her play on the court in college got that popularity. They followed her from college to the WNBA. Her play on the court in the WNBA is not giving her and is not matching what she's getting as far as attention and popularity. There's a discrepancy. I'm glad he pointed that out.
She's not a Luka Doncic or Nikola Jokic. She's not a Larry Bird, if you will. And so the problem, as I see it, is the WNBA wants to pass off responsibility for Caitlin Clark not being the instant athletic phenom they want her to be. They want to pass off that responsibility onto the Black women of the WNBA. And it appears that they're trying to push a narrative that says Caitlin Clark isn't able to maximize her talents on the court because she's being bullied by these much larger Black women.
Very good point. So what he's saying is, now that we've made her the face of the league before game one, before she even played a game, and then once we see game one and we realize that she's not better than these girls. These girls, even the average girls like Carrington, Dejanay Carrington that played for the Connecticut Sun, even this average girl as a point guard is dominating Caitlin Clark. Why? Because she's bigger, she's thicker, more athletic, faster, more experienced, more acclimated to the league. Like when I see Caitlin and Carrington on the court together and they're guarding each other, this is a real talk. Dejanay Carrington is a by far better player than Caitlin Clark right now, by far. And she's not going to make All-Star. She's an average point guard who was a 6-man for Baylor in college. But the fact that her reaching her prime adulthood, her athletic peak, when you look at her and you see the muscles in her legs, when you see how she's built, you see how fast she moves, you understand how am I bigger, faster, and stronger than you? You can't stop me from getting to the hole, and you can't get by me, and you can't take my body bumps. Out of all the people who defended Caitlin Clark, Carrington defended her with the least amount of aggression. She just refused to let her score. Had 10 points against her tonight. For game one when they played her, I think she probably ended up with 7 or 8. Right? So Carrington's even a better player. So when you see that game one and you realize, oh man, we put all this stock into this and it looked like it's going to fail. Now what they start to say is, why is it failing? And Dr. Umar is suggesting that all her fans and all the media was like, oh, the only reason why she can't do what she did in college in Iowa is because these girls are jealous and they're defending her 94 feet. No rookie deserves to be defended 94 feet. No rookie deserves hard fouls. No rookie deserves to be have a screen set on her when she's not looking. No rookie deserves a double team. No rookie deserves the best defensive player to guard her. And it was just grasping for straws, trying to figure out who can we blame? Why y'all defending her so well? Why y'all playing her physical? Are y'all jealous? So basically what they was doing was the media, and I just want you to think about this. This is going to sound 10-4 haddish. It's going to sound a little bit like a conspiracy theorist, but I want you to think about this. Nike got heavy money invested in her, along with all her other endorsements. It's in their best interest that she performs well. So now that she's not performing well, what can we do? Well, we know ESPN is partners of these type of corporations. We know Stephen A. Smith is a mouth for hire. Is it possible that if LeBron can have Clutch Sports get in the ear of some people that are on ESPN as analysts, is it possible that someone like Nike could do it as well? Can Nike say, hey, look, man, we need this girl to succeed, brother. Can you help us? And the media is giving pressure. The media is trying to figure out a way where they could get the pressure off of Caitlin Clark so she can perform. Oh, the girls are jealous. That's the only reason why y'all defending her like that, in hopes that all of a sudden the girls in the league will say, she's the cash cow. Let's not defend her this hard. She needs to succeed. We can still beat her and she still get her numbers, but she needs to get her numbers. That makes the league happy. That makes the league grow, because the people that came to watch her play, they don't feel cheated because, man, I thought she was the best girl in the world. Why she can't score 30 on a consistent basis? Why she can't get 20 on a consistent basis? and eventually people that fell for the okie doke will stop watching. Nike will lose money. Nike won't be able to sell merch. And then the WNBA numbers will drop. So the media is saying, y'all was stupid. They're calling them every name in the book. Dumb. Like listen to the words that's been around this whole Caitlin Clark conversation. Stupid, dumb, jealous, envious. All of these things, these are the words that's been used, all because Caitlin Clark can't drop 30 like she did in college on a consistent basis. Those are the words they're using. It's almost like they're trying to push the WNBA and the females in the WNBA to take their hands off the merchandise so Caitlin Clark can spin, and that way we can all sell tickets. Nike can sell shoes, Nike can sell merch, and we all believe this lie of the insanity of Caitlin Clark. That's what Dr. Umar is talking about.
And that simply isn't true. Basketball is a competitive sport. You play to compete. That is the nature of athletics. So shaming and blaming Black women for competing against Caitlin Clark when you all took it upon yourselves to exaggerate her skill set simply isn't fair. You saw what happened the other day. There was a game that the Indiana Fever had with Chicago Sky. And Kennedy Carter, I believe is the sister's name, she had shoulder checked Caitlin Clark to the floor. The referees called a common foul, and the WNBA later upgraded the common foul to a flagrant foul. Well, everybody's up in arms calling Kennedy a bully. She's jealous. The Black women of the WNBA are jealous of Caitlin Clark because she's getting all of this attention. Wait a minute. Time out. Why didn't anyone talk about the play just before the one that led to the shoulder check? Caitlin Clark went over the head of one of Kennedy Carter's teammates, hit her in the head. The foul was not called. And then on the way back up the court, she proceeded to trash talk the opposing team. So, you know, in any sport, when you foul someone and it's not called, and then you have the audacity to trash talk the other team on your way up the court, paybacks are due. That's in the WNBA, that's in the NBA, that's in college, that's in Little League. What Kennedy Carter did happens all the time in the WNBA, the NBA, college, and other places. But because she's supposed to be the Cinderella of the WNBA, white America took issue with it, and nobody focused on the fact that she started the whole thing. And what really perturbed me was when I went to the sports commentators on television, I hear Charles Snow Bunny Barkley calling the Black women of the WNBA jealous. He said they're jealous of Caitlin Clark. And then Snow Bunny Shannon Sharp, he chimes in with the same false criticism, saying that they're jealous of Caitlin Clark. Nobody's jealous of Caitlin Clark. No disrespect to her, because I don't think she deserves this, because she hasn't said or done anything that would warrant anybody intentionally pursuing her beyond the fact that a lot of much better players are being overlooked in deference to the white rookie, which I could understandably recognize if you got players who've been in this league for 1 year or more years who are way better than Caitlin Clark, and they have been overlooked to be the athletic face of the WNBA, and everybody knows why. Because
So I'm glad that he said Caitlin deserves none of this. Out of everybody in this situation, whether it's any other WNBA players she compete against, whether it's the media, whether it's fans, whether it's, people who don't like Caitlin Clark or whatever the case may be, the most innocent person in all of this is Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark don't deserve none of this negative attention to press. She's just trying to hoop. And she's a good hooper who trying to live her dream out in the WNBA, and she's making good money doing it. She don't deserve none of this. So don't take this as any type of dislike to Caitlin Clark. But it needs to be pointed out that even this comment right here from the answer, she's the meal ticket for the WNBA. Just go back to my analogy that I was talking about with whatever you build, you have to test it and it has to withhold scrutiny. Caitlin Clark as a player and meal ticket under the pressure and under any scrutiny is not being withheld. It's failing. This is the pipe that's bursting when you put 100 PSI going through it. I built this pipe. I want to see if it's going to work. Let's run some water through it at 100 PSI, and this pipe is popping. It's bursting. When you put her on that daggone basketball court, this is supposed to be the face of your league and the best player, the person you're marketing who's the meal ticket, and she's getting outplayed by every point guard that she plays because they're better than her. So how's your meal ticket failing? Your meal ticket can't survive. How's that possible? You roll out your best player supposedly, and she can't make it. How's your meal ticket not the best player? Stop comparing her to Jordan. When Michael Jordan was the meal ticket for the league, he was also the best player. Name me a league who rolls out their 15th best player as a marketing tool to carry the entire league. And I would challenge you to explain to me why the 15th best player, if she is 15th, she might be the 20th best player, but explain to me how the 15th best player is the one that's getting marketed and given the duties of carrying the league and being the face of the league. Someone explain it to me. I open the phone lines up. That's the question I'm asking. How is the 15th best player challenging, or not challenging, but being tasked with marketing the entire league? You bypass 1, 2, 3, all the way down to 14 and say the 15th best player, we want you to carry the league. Somebody come explain that to me. He said easy. Call in and say that so everybody can hear it. He said easy because nobody cares about 1 through 14. That's a lie. I do. I care about 1 through 14. If you watch some of these girls play, you'll care about them as well.
She's looking for a record today too, Elise. She now just needs 12 points to pass Lisa Leslie's single season Sparks scoring record. And a turnover. Mercedes right there, providing some length on defense, and Seattle has it on the missed shot. Jewel trying to get off to a good start, and there it is, up to 9-14. She's now 6 away from Breanna Stewart.
Another 3-point make added to her total.
Free ball from Agumake, and she knocks it down.
Well, she missed so much time with that knee injury the last 3 games, but she comes out here and looks fresh. And what a pro to come out and want to play. They're not in the playoffs. Playing for pride in this game, but she's out there.
There's Mercedes Russell flips it up and in. You mentioned not in the playoffs. Largely to do with what the Seattle Storm have done and not done over the last couple of weeks. I'll explain that in just a moment. Here's a turnover. Jewel on the leak out, the big 1-2, and lay it up and in.
Goals, the Storm franchise record by far.
And 5th most in WNBA history. The single season scoring record began with 9.
Go ahead. What's your thoughts?
You were commenting. Okay. I really wanted to call in earlier. Well, I tried to call in when you were talking about the LeBron segment. But anyway, I might try to sneak that in, just letting you know. Okay. This is how I feel about Caitlin. Do you remember, God, was he on? I'm trying to remember that newscaster, but he was on like cable news, and he had some wild hair as a white guy. And he was very controversial. And then him and one of his colleagues, they were looking at some college players, and they were black girls.
Oh yeah, when he said he called them
and they called them jigaboos and like from the Spike. Remember?
I think he called them nappy-headed hoes.
And they called, yes. Okay, I think the league likes the fact that this is a white girl, like nondescript white girl. You can market her. And I just think that they don't believe they can really market a lot of these black girls. Although they're great, and some are like more feminine than others, some are more masculine. But I think they like that she's like a clean plate. And this is an easy way for them to transition because of all the issues with like trying to change the league, meaning, they want sales to go up and all of that. So that's like their cash cow. And she's like media friendly and easy. And so that's one of the reasons why I think they like her so much. Well, it is what it is. But
let's not forget the fact she can actually play. She's actually good, right? Especially what she did in college. So we're not gonna forget the fact that she can actually
play.
Not
a champion. She's not a champion.
Of course not.
You normally market champion.
Well, they didn't market Brianna Stewart too well.
No, they didn't.
So it's a combination of things. It's a combination that she can play. Also, you add the fact that she shoots threes from, from 30 feet to the logo, right? And she's a fiery player, so she's exciting, right? So she has a exciting style of play, and she's good. But my thing with that is there are also other girls that shoot logo threes who has a exciting style of play, and there's also other girls like Jewel Lloyd who shoots just as good. They don't shoot logos, but they shoot just as good, if not better, and have a exciting style of play, even better. And then she's also better than Caitlin Clark. So it's just not that she can play. It's other things that are factors as well that no one's addressing, which is the elephant in the room, which is some of the things that you just addressed, right? I just want to hear people say it. No one wants to admit it.
No one wants to admit it. And then another thing I don't like about the media, like Dr. Umar, and I'm not a huge Dr. Umar fan because he likes to go for the money grab.
Me either.
But he just got my attention because this was just funny. When he went on that rant, I just thought it was so funny. Yeah. But he did bring up some really, really good points. And I don't think you played the one or the part when he talked about how, was it Shay or I don't know who, LeBron, somebody was saying that.
Yeah, he went too far on that stuff.
The players should have helped her. The players should have, like the black girls on the team, should have like had her back. And Umar was like, what? So they supposed to be the slave or the house like slave and like fight her battles for her and all of that. He was like going in.
Yeah, I didn't play that. I didn't play that because it was a little bit too much for me.
I know, but he really did make some points, which is why I listened to all of it, because he was just hitting on some things that people don't want to say.
Right.
And I was like, God bless you for saying it. Okay, I just want to say one other thing. I'm not going to be long-winded. Earlier, when you were talking about Kendrick Perkins, so I'm really loving Kendrick Perkins these days. He's finally percolating the way I need him to percolate.
Yeah.
One of your callers said something that I was thinking, and he said that there's something else that's not being said. And there is. I just feel like Perk is now at this point where he's like, LeBron has broken whatever NBA Illuminati bro code they had or something. He's just like, I'm going to snatch off my chains, no more shackles. And I'm just going to say what I want to say. It's something that's not being said, and I hope one day Perk and other people come out and just talk about how they're being betrayed by this guy. Because I do believe there's something else going on, which is why he's just so easily triggered about LeBron now. It's just not the play on the sport. It's something else.
It's got to be something. You might be right about that.
I'm here for the mess. I just want to hear it. Yeah. But I'm just happy at least they're talking about it. And it's good for us, especially those of us that like tea.
Yeah. Yeah, you might be right. I think it.
Yeah, I mean, think about that. Think about it, because he's just doing it off the cuff,
I mean, it might be what he said. It might be what he said. It might. I mean, maybe they're just not friends no more. Maybe there was some breakup behind the scenes.
It's something right. It's like the Mean Girl clique is broken up.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah.
So we shall see. But great talking to you. Enjoy the rest of the show.
All right, thank you so much. Thanks for the call.
Bye.
Yeah. Posh King in the Cash App, man. You didn't leave a message, but I appreciate the $10 Cash App, man. Appreciate it. All donations to the channel, man, go to actually help the channel grow. We buy equipment. We do a lot of things that kind of make the show a little bit better for y'all. So all those donations help, man. So I appreciate that, Posh King. Roland Curtis, what's your thoughts?
What am
hold on, before you go, let me get this comment. Chris Shergy said, obviously there are not enough of you who do, and he's talking about caring about the 1 through 14 that's better than Caitlin. He said by nobody, I mean the mainstream. So my question to you, Chris, is if they're better than Caitlin, give me the reason why they don't care about them, but they care about the girl that's not better than them. That's the question I'm asking. If she's not the best, why do they care about her and not the people better than her? That's my question. Go ahead, Roland.
Yeah, man. So my phone died, so I missed the entire Caitlin Clark part of the show, but I caught the end of the Dr. Umar. And so I heard what you responded to somebody in the chat, and you said that you care about 1 through 14. But we've talked about this before, how you're in the minority, and they're not focused on the minority. They're focused on the majority of people, and the majority of people they skip 1 through 14. They're focused on number 15, and the reason why I think is because of the racial dynamics. I think that it's an easy storyline, It's like they're getting a lot of their fame, as you said when you quote the Tupac line. They're doing it the sleazy way instead of doing it through the talent and the skills of the players in their league. They kind of just love this story that Paul Pierce touched on, where the white girl is outplaying the black women in what the people see as a predominantly black sport. And I understand that's how business is, and you said it yourself. Michael Jordan, yes, he was the face in terms of the
popularity.
The popularity, right? But you said that he was also the best player, and this was the thing I was trying to get. I was talking to Chris about, was that obviously A'ja Wilson is the best player, but the best player isn't necessarily the face of the league. And sometimes
give me an example of, and it don't have to be the absolute best player, but in basketball, because that's an easier comparison. In basketball, in any league, because last year the face of basketball in college was who? Caitlin Clark. Was she the best player in college? Yes, right.
Yeah.
In the WNBA, the face of the league last year was A'ja Wilson. She was the best player. But if it wasn't A'ja Wilson, it had to be Diana Taurasi, who, you get what I'm saying? Like you have to justify marketing one person and making that person the face, and that person has to be doing it on the court as well. Name me a league that grew by marketing their 15th best player.
Okay, 15. That's. I was gonna give you an example of when the best player wasn't. The best player was marketed, and the best player wasn't marketed, and somebody else was marketed, but that other person wasn't the 15th. He just maybe was you could say maybe the second, the third, or maybe the fourth.
Yeah, and that makes sense because that is close.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah, it's close.
But to go to 15 and say that this person is the face, like she's the and you said something very important. She's the face. Her insanity got really big in college when because she already had an exciting play style. She was already good. She was already putting up a lot of points. But not until she started beating these big schools that had all these 5-star recruits, had a lot of great athletes like Aaliyah Boston, Angel Reeves, and these was black girls, right? So when you beat these black schools, that's when the race dynamic came in there. We got a white girl that is representing for our white brothers and sisters, and she's beating these stacked teams. Who wouldn't love that? Even if the race wasn't a component, the underdog part of it would make people gravitate to Caitlin Clark, because that's what people did for Steph Curry when he was at Davidson. Just him being an underdog, and the fact that he was playing an exciting style of basketball, I wanted him to beat Kansas because Kansas was a big school. So we understand the underdog getting that love. But the fact that she was an underdog and it was a white girl beating these black girls, that's when it became one of those things. What really blew it up is now when the black girl beats her in the national championship after she beat South Carolina. And we all just thought, oh man, this is a storybook Cinderella ending. She's gonna beat South Carolina, this stacked undefeated team, and then she goes and beat LSU, this other stacked team, and we get to anoint her. Angel Reese and LSU stepped in front of that and killed that narrative. And then she taunted her. And that's when it became a racial divide. That's when it became white versus black. Now we rooting for this girl, and we throwing darts at Angel Reese all summer long, all season long, until they met again. Caitlin Clark got her revenge, beat Angel Reese. Oh man, storybook ending once again. She faces the undefeated South Carolina. Can she beat them again? And she did. She couldn't. She didn't even play well. She lost. Right now.
Right.
Now what are you doing? Well, we got to root for our girl. She's going to the league. She's about to kill it. She gets there. She doesn't kill it. It's a lot going on with that. But she can't be the face of a league that she's never dominated. She dominated college. She didn't dominate the WNBA. So you can't go all the way down to number 15 and say that's our best player. Let's market her. It's a bad business decision to do that.
I mean, that's the question. Business. So they wanted her to go to the Olympics, and they felt that it would have been a good business decision because she would have brought more eyes to the Olympic team. There was one lady saying that she's a reporter. She says that when she goes to the Olympic women's media events, it's tumbleweed in there. Nobody cares. Everybody's ignoring them. And the lady was saying that she's going to investigate it. She wants to know, was it they want to only promote black women, or was it something where they felt, she was coming up with different reasons why. She said it. And she said that the way that the 1992 Barcelona team put basketball on the map, she felt that Caitlin Clark could have did the same thing, but she feels that because Caitlin Clark won't be there, they're going to ignore the team and things like that. So,
yeah. And I think that's the very American thing to do. Ignore the Olympic team that's going to go to go win gold for you. Ignore that team because Caitlin Clark's on there. Right. I think that's very American to do that. As a matter of,
I agree with you.
Yeah, that's very American. It's almost as American as storming the nation's capital.
Yeah, I agree with you. It seems like it seems like they want the team to have a certain appearance. I was going to ask you. See, to me, I don't really like the whole Magic Johnson, Larry Bird comparison anymore because I don't think Caitlin Clark is living up to that Larry Bird image, and I don't think Angel Reese is living up to the Magic Johnson image.
Right.
I know what they're trying to do with that comparison, and I think that's another issue with the Caitlin Clark is that from what I understand, you can correct me if I'm wrong. It sounds like the South Carolina team, they beat Caitlin Clark because they had a better team, but they still felt that Caitlin Clark was a better player than Angel Reese. While with Magic and Bird, nobody could even figure out whether one was better than the other. Either they were equal, or maybe
Correct.
Magic was better because Magic won more championships. But in this case, Angel Reese, they're giving her the attention, but it's not for her play on the court. They did it for the "You Can't See Me" sign. They did it because she celebrated one of her teammates hitting Caitlin Clark. It's not because Angel Reese is outplaying Caitlin Clark. So I think that's another issue is that there's nobody because Angel Wilson is a 6-year veteran, so I don't think you want to compare her to Caitlin Clark. You want people who came in together, just like Bird and Magic, and you want somebody young at least to kind of put a foot out there and say, no, Caitlin Clark is not the best player right now. I'm good too. People are laughing at Angel Reese when she made that comment where she said it's not because of one person that we're getting all these people watching basketball, it's because of me too. And her play, I don't know. Like you guys educated me on what is considered good basketball and bad basketball in the WNBA. I know she's averaging. Angel Reese is averaging 11 and 9. She's shooting 70% from the free throw, and I think her shooting percentage is like in the 30s somewhere. Right now, Caitlin Clark and Diana Taurasi, their numbers are similar. I think they're both averaging 16 points, shooting 30 in the 30s as well, shooting 80% from the free throw. And then the person who's killing it is Aja Wilson, averaging 28 and 12. She's shooting 50% from the field. I forgot what her free throws are, but she's doing good there too. So yeah, Aja Wilson is definitely the best player in the league. It's just that they feel that the storyline and the money and the business is coming with Caitlin Clark. But
the question is why? Like if you're not doing it on the court, why is everyone following you? That's the question I want to ask everybody. If you're not doing it on the court, why is everyone following you?
No, you're right. If she doesn't, I'll end with this. If she doesn't step it up, I'm hoping that. I mean, I don't see why they're going to keep giving her the spotlight and keep worrying about every foul she gets.
Well, no, because they're not following her for that. That's the point. That's the point I'm trying to get everybody to. They're not supporting her because she's the best.
Right.
And I'll let you marinate on that. I'm gonna get to these other callers, man. I got a lot of them coming in, and some of them disagree with me. So I want to get the ones that disagree. But I appreciate it.
All right, Bill. All right. Thank you for taking my call.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna get to these other callers, man.
Hey, caller from Louisiana, cut YouTube off. Go ahead and go with what your thoughts is.
Hey, yo, man, I'm that caller you told call back, man. Hey, look, let me say this, man. Let me tell you why a lot of black men and a lot of just people in general, right? We support Caitlin Clark, right? This is the reason we support her. She's a real woman, dog. You know what I'm saying? She's a real queen. Think about it. We ain't never hit no cheating allegations, right? She don't be talking down on people. She don't wear lashes. She don't shake her ass. You know what I'm saying? She just had 30 points the other night. You know what I'm saying? So, man, a lot of people be hating, man. You feel me? Because she getting the spotlight.
Name them out. Say their name. Don't say a lot of people be hating. Say their name.
The whole league.
The entire league. Okay, got it.
Especially, hold on.
The front office too, and the referees.
I'm gonna keep it G. I'm gonna keep it G. Black women.
Okay, just black women.
AKA T800.
Okay. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Oh, now you tell me the reason why you support Caitlin Clark.
I support basketball. I don't support no player.
Come on. Hold on.
I don't support no player.
Let's be real. Before Caitlin Clark, me and you was not paying attention to WNBA. Let's be 100.
I support basketball,
keep it
bro.
all the way at one
If basketball is being played and it's good basketball, I'm gonna support it. I'm gonna watch it. So I don't support no player. There's no player that I'm following. Like, oh my God, like I've got to see this play. This person's got to play well. I can watch a game and see a player play bad and be like, dang, she played bad, and walk away. I'm not supporting players like that. I support basketball. I support good basketball. I don't even support the league. I don't think basketball and the NBA are synonymous. I like basketball. I don't like the NBA. I like basketball. I don't like the WNBA. I like basketball. So all these players, male or female, no, I'm not supporting them. I'm not dying on the cross or jumping on no sword for no player. I'm not calling.
A little more than supporting. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking supporting meaning going to the game, getting the jersey. I mean, you can't do it with a regular fan, dude. Damn.
Yeah, for the game, not for the player.
All right, I got you. That's supporters. That what you talking about is something else. That's
for the game though, not for the player.
Shit you talking
not
about.
for the player. I'm not going to call this. But listen, I'm not going to disrespect the entire league and all black women that play in the league just for one player. I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do it vice versa either. I'm not going to disrespect Caitlin Clark.
They playing dirty. I mean, when I watch them, they play dirty, dog. They pushing the queen all on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
This can't be a real call.
Like, come on, man.
What's your name, bro?
Trail.
You trolling me, bro.
I ain't trolling, bro. Keeping it 100. And I'm black. But that's all I had to say, man. Go ahead and do your thing, though, man. I'm going to keep watching.
Are you subscribed?
Yeah, I subscribe.
When you subscribe?
Like a month ago.
My dog. Well, I'm cool with it. Why you ain't never called in before? Why you wait till the Caitlin Clark stuff to call in?
Oh, well, I waited to call in because I ain't really hit nobody like say nothing that wasn't true. It was until you let them 2 black women on, they get the line on the queen. I ain't gonna let that go. I ain't letting that slide. I ain't gonna slide. Like I wish you could break them up here so I could get them in check, but I'm gonna wait till later. You know what I'm saying? We do the call in.
Trey, how you go check them?
Huh?
How you go check them?
What you mean?
Yeah, what they say wrong? How you go check them?
I'm gonna make them say Caitlin Clark is the face of the league. That's what I want to hear come out their lips.
Why do you think she the face of the league if she's not the best player?
She is the best player. What you mean?
Oh, she better. She the best player in the league.
Yeah, she better know. Yeah, she like Michael Jordan of the league, dog. Come on, man. She the best player. Listen, she having a bad start because she was just in the college championship, man. You feel me? That girl ain't had that much time to, you know what I'm saying?
Did Jordan have a bad start?
Rest up and get ready for the next season.
Did
But
Jordan?
listen, though,
Did Jordan have a bad start?
Huh?
Did Jordan have a bad start?
Now he came out averaging like 28 points. But
All right, well, Trey, do me a favor. Well, Trey, do me a favor.
Did Jordan win a championship in the
Trey,
first 6 years?
but Trey, do me a favor. We're gonna have to find another rookie that's more accurate. We can't use Jordan if he came out the gate smoking.
Yeah, but he ain't win nothing.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but we can't. But he came out the gate smoking. We gotta use another rookie, man. We can't use Jordan. Who's she more comparable to? Be honest.
I swear I compare to Jordan, dog. She on Michael Jordan level to me.
Lord have mercy. All right, man. You stumped me. You got
I
me.
want to be like Clark.
Lord
They
have
should
mercy.
do that commercial next to her.
Bro, man, you.
Go ahead and do your thing, man, dog, man. Go ahead and do your thing, man.
Why are you doing me like this, man? Why are you doing me like this,
man? Dog. Do your thing, man. Do your thing.
All right, man. Appreciate the call.
All right.
Yeah. Caller from Illinois.
So my man was definitely trolling.
Do you think it was trolling? I don't know.
He was trolling hard as dude. I couldn't stop laughing here. I was like, what? This man, what? But my name Rod. I'm from Chicago, man. I called in a little bit earlier, but this one it kind of hit a little bit hard because everybody keeps talking about Caitlin. Long story short, I think they just trying to rush the process, man. They saw tickets for Iowa selling for over $4,200 for 4 tickets a piece. That was $4,200 a piece for 4 tickets. Somebody paid $16,000 for tickets just to go play that, watch that Iowa game in the Final Four. So all in the effort for the league to get paid, because you know they've been running in the negative. They like, hey, we got somebody to push. It ain't never been like this for us. And since we haven't had it, let's just try to break it for what it's worth.
Right.
That's all that's happening right now. And then the biggest issue that's really happening for that league right now is they starting to understand they screwed the pooch in how they was marketing their players.
Yeah.
Because the WNBA, when they first started out, you actually knew who the players was on each one of the marquee teams. So you knew who Teresa Weatherspoon was on New York. You knew Cheryl Swoops. You knew Lobo, Charles, Cooper, Leslie, all these different players. And you actually knew what their face looked like.
Mm-hmm.
And they haven't done that for years, ever since those players left.
Correct.
All of them in the broadcast booths and stuff like that. And the fact that you don't know the players, that actually keeps you a little bit disconnected from all of the from the league itself.
Yeah.
So that's their biggest issue. Like right now, they got players in the league that they should have been marketing the same way. Like you should know Ionescu's face like automatically.
Automatically, because she got game. You should know Plum's face.
She got real game.
Real game. And then some of them, some baddies, you should know Lexi Brown.
Oh, hell yeah, you should. So, I mean, people tripping because in reality, people tripping with the Indiana team too, because real business, Aaliyah Boston is the best player on their team.
Not this year. She can't figure out, you know what I mean? Because they went in the post to her last year. She made All-Star and was an All-Star started last year as a rookie. But now they're running a screen and roll type action for Caitlin, because Caitlin is this great shooter, and that it's hard for Boston to get a rhythm.
Now you just said exactly why she's not the best player for them now. Aaliyah Boston was an all-star player last year. They put Caitlin out there, and they made an all-star player all damn near irrelevant. So now you got this one player running around here shooting 50-foot threes or whatever, and y'all think that's exciting ball. And reality is just she's shooting those shots from out there because she can't get open. And that's the issue she got. And just like you said earlier, you know, Gino said, hey, you know what? Those players are stronger, faster, and everything. She's going to have issues and everything. I think she's going to have the same type of growing pains Curry had when he first got into the league. He started off slow, ended up having a few injuries and all that little stuff like that. Hopefully she don't have no injuries. But then after it really gets started and everything, I think she's going to hit the league like a storm. But it's
and we seen it. We seen a glimpse of it against the Mystics the other night when she dropped 30 and she was shooting a high percentage. I was like, oh, she coming. Yep. When she actually arrives, it's gonna be good. But it's gonna take some time. But this is the thing: by the time she arrives, we're gonna have another rookie class coming in with Paige Buchers, with Juju Watkins, a whole bunch of other ballers. So she better hurry up because this league. It's probably she gonna own the league probably for 1 or 2 years before somebody come in and be way better than her. Because Juju coming.
I think the key to what's happening now is the league will be able to reinvest in the marketing of individual players. So every night I know who the marquee players are on each team. Yeah. And they should see that that's the issue that they have. Because you should see Caitlin Clark's face and Asia Wilson if she's playing. If they playing Copper, you should see Copper's face. If they playing Bonner, they should see Bonner's face. So you could see who the people to watch are on the team. And then as they doing the intros and everything, you recognize, okay, this player is a star player too. And that's the big issue that they have.
Yeah.
Everybody watching the game, the people out there is irrelevant except for the one player that they know. And right now, that one player they know is Caitlin Clark.
Yeah. Yep. That's a good point, man. Thanks for the call, man. Let me get some more people in here.
Not a problem.
All right. Thanks. Yep. All right. I'm gonna probably take 2 or 3 more phone calls and I'm gonna end the show. I'll take about 2 more phone calls and I end the show. Caller from Maryland, what's up?
What's going on, man?
What's good? What's your thoughts?
Okay, on Caitlin Clark, I don't know much about from what I've seen online and all that, but I'm the Jordan guy. So, what do you want to break it down? How do you want to break it down with Jordan, the so-called Jordan LeBron debate?
Oh wait, hold on. You on Caitlin Clark or you on Jordan?
Jordan. I'm the Michael Jordan guy. I got one of the biggest Michael Jordan collections in the world. Currently sitting in Golden. It's going to be sold golden.com. I became what I was after my brother passed away, meeting him through the Make-A-Wish Foundation in 1990. And I became, I guess, just a big collector and a Jordan guy. I grew up watching him. It's as simple as this, man. Jordan played a little over 11 years, and he was 6-0. I mean, I know everyone's been saying this way before anyone's been saying this. Everything that you've been hearing now, and still, I got so much to say that hasn't been said about Jordan.
All right, we'll make your point real quick, and then we can move. Make your point.
Okay. Well, 11 and a half years, technically, in the league. And LeBron's been playing for 21 years, and he's only won 4 rings. One of them being what they call a Mickey Mouse ring, doesn't really count. Another one, Kyrie Irving won that in 2016, and the 2-peat and the Heat. He wouldn't have done that without Bosh and Dwayne Wade. So I mean, come on,
So you think Jordan is the GOAT hands down, and LeBron don't have a dog in the fight?
There's no prayer from the Lord himself that could save LeBron James' career into becoming better than Michael Jordan. He's not going to win 2 more. He would have to win 4 more, and that's never going to happen.
Okay.
His career is pretty much over in the next couple of years. He's in great shape or whatnot, but he's, I'm 41. He's 39, I believe.
Yeah.
So much to it. So much. I mean, how many coaches has he had?
10,
You know,
11, something like
how
that.
many times he turned his back on his city? You know.
Yeah.
And he's won with he's the only person that won with 3 different teams, but that's not too impressive. Knowing that he's orchestrated this behind the scenes, choosing and picking his teammates, trying to create super teams. He's the one that started it. He's the one that started the super team thing. You know, I guess you can call Manu Ginobili, Parker, and Tim Duncan a super team, but not really, because that was just a team that became together naturally.
Yeah.
And they're the most winning trio of all time. More than Jordan, Pippen, and Rodman.
All right.
You know.
Hey, brother,
So,
I appreciate the call, but I'm trying to finish out this last topic on Caitlin Clark before we end it.
LeBron, he's an embarrassment. He's really just going down real bad. You know, that's
Yeah.
all I gotta say. And,
Thank you, brother.
He's being exposed. Yeah, man. Have a good night.
All right, you too. Thank you. All right, 2 more phone calls on the topic of Caitlin Clark and Dr. Umar. 2 more phone calls. Man, I can't. I'm still tripping off the caller that said that I let those women talk down on the queen. Now, that's my boo, Caitlin Clark. That's my boo. So I kind of feel him on that. Caller from Louisiana, what's your thoughts?
What's going on, my brother?
I'm good, man.
My first time caller. Been watching you for a few months, and I enjoy the podcast.
Appreciate
Just
you.
wanted to say that first. And
Yeah.
I know you trying to go. I'm laying in the bed. I'm trying to get what I got to say off my chest. I got a good theory about the Caitlin Clark situation, you know, because I'm a big boxing fan.
Okay.
You know, and my theory kind of translates over to Tyson Fury.
Okay.
Because Tyson Fury became popular worldwide, especially in America and in his own country once he beat Deontay Wilder. Now, as far as for boxing media worldwide, Deontay Wilder was viewed as a one-trick pony who wasn't respected. But the moment Tyson Fury beat him, then all of a sudden he became this superstar of world greatest, world class. He can possibly be an all-time great. And I kind of see the same thing that's going on with the Caitlin Clark situation. Not saying that neither one isn't talented, but we know who controls the media and who the media caters towards because where the money is being spent. And, you know, anytime, especially when it comes to sport and athletics, it's kind of a gimme that usually the darker or the brown or blacker people is going to dominate athletics. So anytime you see someone who's more representative of them that can give them that feeling of
course,
it's not dominant, but that we can compete, you know, it's going to be overblown stuff. And at the same time, I'm going to cut myself off because sometimes I found myself not appreciating the greatness of other white athletes because I have that apprehensive. I'm apprehensive to be like, because you know what we used to. Just keep it real. It's going to be overblown and all this the best thing since sliced bread. You know what I'm talking about? So you know, we kind of have those glasses on like, is this really what they're telling me it is?
Okay.
And I'm not saying nothing bad about Caitlin. I like watching the girl play.
Me too.
But just like Umar said, man, I think she a victim to the media narrative being surrounded around her.
Yeah.
Kind of like LeBron in his early years, but he embraced it and took it to a whole nother level.
Nah, not like LeBron. LeBron on something else. Caitlin is
yeah,
LeBron on something else. Caitlin, you know, she an innocent bystander. That she feisty and she, she got her little main streak on the court as well. But that's normal. I don't. There's no reason for me to believe that Caitlin Clark is part of this circus that's around her. I don't think. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah. So I want to say that again. I don't want nobody to think that this is Caitlin Clark hate or Caitlin Clark dislike, because I absolutely love Caitlin Clark in her game. But the media and the fan base, man, they too much for me, bro. But thanks for the call, man. I appreciate it, man. I like the comparison too.
Ain't no problem, my brother. You have a good one.
All right. Last call, Posh King. Call back. You'll be the last caller before I end the show. And that's because the only reason why I'm extending that phone call because He super chatted me. I gotta let him get in here. I might even call him back. How about that? Posh King, what's up, brother?
What's up with you, man? Great show, man. Great show all night. On the Caitlin Clark thing, I just think all the hate is just politicized. So it's all her hate is coming from what most people, including myself, think the position that she's in, could have easily been rewarded to Angel Reese. Me personally, I think Angel Reese is a better player. I think Angel Reese is more marketable
Then Caitlin Clark?
Yeah.
Angel Reese not better than Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark can play or can she shoot?
She can play, but they both can play. Angel Reese can play as well. I have a lot of critique for her game.
I don't have enough on them to view and watch their games though, so I really can't debate you on that.
Okay.
But I definitely think Angel is more marketable. I definitely think I started paying attention to
okay, so that might be true, Posh. But this is the last time I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna let you finish, but that might be true. Angel Reese is in terms of crossover appeal, in terms of sex appeal, in terms of look, in terms of charisma on the court that she has. She might be more marketable than Caitlin Clark. But here's the thing: what demographic or what target audience would you market Angel Reese to? Because the white demographic is not going to at large flock to her because they pitted Clark and Angel against each other. So yeah,
who blacker than Jordan? They can market whoever they want to market. They just choose that they want to market.
Yeah, but you want to take the easiest path though. It's very easy. Very easy to market Caitlin Clark to the demographic of people that she comes from. It's easy to market her to white fans. It's easy to market Angel Reese to black fans. But to try to market Angel Reese to white fans it's going to be very hard. Because it's a villain hero thing between her and Clark, and the majority of the people that like Clark are from her own demographic. It's just gonna be too hard, bro.
I definitely get what you're saying, but market like in terms of spending and like you say, which society, like which class of people will even spend a lot. I mean, when people say marketing, like a lot of, black people are, is going in stores and buying jerseys and going to games and stuff like that. But I can't really debate you on that either. But I just feel like Angel Reese, even like, they're bringing boys and their daughters to games and everything. I just like Caitlin Clark. I think Angel Reese is definitely, if I was public relations or marketer, I see myself doing more with Angel Reese than Caitlin Clark in terms of marketing and social media, the things that the kids are into, hip hop music, rap music, all of that. I see marketing Angel Reese way more than Caitlin Clark. To me personally, I think Caitlin Clark marketing is forced. Like you said, probably who is spending the money or who they want to market. While Angel Reese would be more natural, like they can even start putting Angel Reese in magazines to go model, all of that. Like,
yeah,
I don't even know how Caitlin Clark look, bro. She's a plain face, like you see her and you forget her. So,
she'll certify baddie. She wanted, in my opinion, hey, give me some Caitlin Clark all day long.
Cameron down in LA Sports. She look like
Cameron Brink is fine, but nah, LA got five. LA got a starting 5 of baddies. Cameron Brink, Rakira Jackson. Man, I'm going to a Sparks game, man.
That's why I wanted Angel Reese to get drafted to the Sparks. Well, man, great show, man. One thing, hey, I don't know if you can do it, man, but like, it's easy because it's like so easy to beat up the LeBron fans when it comes down to debate. And I know you a Jordan guy too. I really think maybe you can have a debate show, man, like a top 5 or Kobe versus Jordan and really zero it in, man. I'm paying the cash app for 25 head, whatever, for a debate show, man.
A debate show with with an open panel.
Jordan, LeBron, it's easy work. He's not even.
It's a channel that I've been on, and he's in the comment section too. Let me see if I can find this comment. Michael Jordan fans are the best. I
really want to put. I feel like you can't. I feel like everybody can beat me with the facts that I got about Kobe, because even one of the comments.
Yeah, this right here. You see that channel on the screen? You see that comment on the screen?
No, I can't see it.
Okay.
I'm driving in between.
Well, everybody that's listening and
watch the show.
Yeah. When you come back on the playback and look at this, Michael Jordan fans are the best. If y'all go to that channel, get him a sub. He has a debate tournament going on right now. I don't know how far along they are in it.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he has a tournament.
I'm gonna check it out.
Okay.
I'm gonna check it out for real, because I just see it. Because even one of the comments in the show since now is somebody is because people don't stick to what's their criteria. In terms, and somebody's Kobe couldn't stop Rip or Chauncey, or everyone got moments where they lost and couldn't stop somebody.
Yeah.
So that doesn't dictate nothing. And who is Rip to a Kyrie Irving or Allen Iverson? Reggie Miller. That Kobe, I see when Kobe got injured, Reggie Miller went off and scored 30-plus points.
Yeah.
And Reggie Miller scored 30-plus points in probably the first 2 games. So even people always see Shaq liability on free throws. Shaq plays no defense. He was a klutz. I used to pray that he doesn't get fouled out of big games. And every first quarter, 2 fouls, go sit down. People just don't really see Kobe playing through the hate for what Shaq created on his team against him. Plus, have to be micromanaging him, and Phil Jackson have to be playing mind games not to lose Shaq. Remember, I see a documentary coming out on Penny and Shaq or whatever, saying Shaq was upset when Penny was starting to get his fame. It was not easy playing, worse winning 3 championships with Shaquille O'Neal.
I agree.
And then what Kobe went and did with Gasol versus that Celtics team, whoop that Dwight Howard team that beat LeBron. I knew his advisors tell him throw that Eastern Conference final. Do not play against Kobe because he's gonna destroy you. Yeah. But I don't want to hold up your show no more, man. But I'm gonna go over to that channel.
Go over to that channel, man. Everybody go over to Michael Jordan fans is the best and show him some love, man, and tune in to those tournaments they've been having, those debate tournaments, man.
Yeah,
Hey, thanks for the call in, brother.
No problem, my brother.
All right, no doubt.
Keep going. Let's keep going. Hit them like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, everybody hit the like button, man. If everybody hit the like button right now, that'll help out a whole lot, man. Don't forget to do that. We also have a Patreon. So what we've been doing after our shows on Friday is we would end the show, but we'll stay in the studio talking 30, 45 minutes, sometimes an hour, a whole extra hour of talking. And sometimes it's sports. Sometimes we're talking about, things that happened during the show. Sometimes we carry debates over that we didn't finish and we finished debating it. Sometimes it's different topics. Sometimes it's not even sports at all. And we had so much fun doing that. It'd be so funny and so much laughter that we was like, man, how about we record this and provide that footage to some of our members or some of our Patreon subscribers, right? So we created a Patreon and we're calling it the post game. This will be the game, but after the game, it'll be the post game. And that's where it all goes down. Conversations that probably ain't ready for YouTube, that we can't have on YouTube. But if you go and subscribe and pay to the Patreon account, you'll have access to those conversations that we have, and we'll be live. And then if you get the Hall of Fame level, then you'll be part of the panel as well. We'll invite you on. We'll give you the link, and you'll be part of the conversation, man. So y'all might want to check that out, man. The Patreon is right here on the screen. Man Down Zo just put it right there. Patreon.com, Man Down Sports, / Man Down Sports. So y'all go check that out, man. And join us on the Patreon. And the first time we'll have our post game will be Friday after the full panel episode that we have. Y'all don't want to miss. I'm telling you, it's a whole bunch of fun, man. I can't even wait for it, and I'm kind of scared to record it for people to hear it because we'll be talking about some stuff, man. So I don't know how this gonna work. We'll see. We'll see, man. But I'll see y'all on Friday. What's today? Monday. So yeah, full panel Friday. We'll catch y'all. What we got going on Wednesday? Therapeutic Rap on Wednesday. If you're not subscribed to Therapeutic Rap, go over there and subscribe. That's Jay. He's one of our panel members. That's his podcast. I'm on there sometime. We're talking about relationship. We're talking about finances. We're talking about everything on that podcast. So go subscribe to Therapeutic Rap as well. Sideline Speaks. That's Brittany's podcast. Go subscribe to them. Michael Jordan fans are the best. Go subscribe to them. I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you for the cash apps. Thank you for the call-ins, the disagreements, the support, the comments, all that good stuff, man. Y'all make this show a lot of fun and pretty loud. Everybody right now put hashtag DC Slim in there. Let's see if we can get DC Slim Black. Everybody put hashtag DC Slim. I want him to see it. Hashtag DC Slim. I'm going to put it in there too real quick. Hashtag DC Slim. And let's see if we can get my dog back in here, man. Let's see if we can get enough people doing that. Hashtag DC Slim. Man, yeah, you're right, Zoe. They had no idea how that junk go be. Pretty crazy, man. DC Slim, come back, big dog. That's my dog, man. But all right, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate you. Catch you on Wednesday and Friday. Peace.